thing live.
But outside
so
of that, it's great.
the internet can hear you guys now. They can see me. They can hear you too. I'm gonna make this a little bigger since it's a square. All right, we're excellent.
Hello.
We got giant
I'm eating
Jake
pizza, and then we're going
face,
to talk about music.
Big Brother. Guys, Jake is back, except it's a different Jake.
Different Jake.
Different
What about
Jakes for
transition?
different snakes, you know?
And I've always said that.
Bro, what is going on?
I wonder.
Hello.
I gotta see here if I went back. I think I went back into my phone and I figured out which Jake was
going
you. Because I just had 2 Jakes in my phone.
Yeah. Many such cases.
Yes, I did add your last name to my contact, so now I know which
Hell
Jake
yeah.
is which. And now I can text you and be like, "This is my number," because I think,
Yes, because you got a new one, right?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Or at
my
least
shit
from the one
changed,
that
and I
had.
can't remember if I had texted you since. I did. I sent you memory video of you with a Spider-Man web blaster from freshman year.
Oh my god. Oh
Incredible.
my god, yes. Oh.
I just sent you one big yurt.
You?
All right, fellas.
And I
Pizza's
got it.
gone.
Also, Jake, if there's any way for you to turn your input volume up, do it.
Yeah.
God damn.
My God, quiet. Oh my God, no!
Where
The
am I
other
at
Jake
now?
is in chat. Let's go.
Well, now you're really loud, but I can turn you down on my end.
Wait, is he loud?
Say something again.
Alright, now I'm down to 80.
That's perfect, actually.
Beautiful.
Either that, or if you want to go to 100, like I don't care. I'll get blown out.
I was at 100 and then I got the whoa, too loud.
You got it from Kyle. I don't hear nothing. But I'm also like,
I'm putting that
no.
bitch at
I
90.
I had Jake all the way cranked up, and then Paul, I had you turned down like to 40,
Wow.
and then I just like pulled everything up in OBS.
nice. Maybe I gotta turn you down, Kyle. Then I don't know.
I can just yell really loud. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the Not Very Radio Show. We're back again, and I'm gonna say month this time. We will not say.
Woo! What a
We won't say the W word.
Paul every week,
Every
every month. Paul said it's a weekly. Weekly
yeah,
little
I keep
podcast
saying
we do
it's a
here.
weekly podcast every time we do this. It is not.
You fool.
We don't have that
You
kind of
fool.
time. We work full-time jobs.
now.
But yeah, we got our good buddy Jake from college,
Jacob.
aka Mr. Periphery himself. He's even got the hoodie on.
Oh, he came
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
And you're currently listening to Jake's Sweet Tunes right now.
Which is just so sweet. Thank you.
Good old Tiny Things.
Uh-oh.
I may have went right to the song that my voice is in.
As you should.
I was like, as soon as you
I'm
like,
struggling over here.
as soon as you like first posted about it, I was like, I need to go to this and immediately see if I'm on it. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I need to see if there's something on it because I was like, I know he's got probably several just batshit insane clips for me in college because I was a reckless individual with like,
I was gonna say you probably couldn't use any of them because you were probably saying something naughty.
yeah, that also could have
You think
happened.
I can? The intro to the third song is Seth just saying straight up dickin'.
Yeah, that one's incredible.
That's true.
That
Well,
I think that is the intro I'm the proudest of.
Yeah, hold on, I'm about to turn that shit up because it's about to play. I think. Also, Hayden said,
Hell
woke.
yeah.
Paul's been on like a 11-month streak of making Israel jokes every stream. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I am probably under.
Yeah.
Hold on.
if he disappears, we know why. So
Hold on, here we go.
Paul disappears, I'm taking all the streams down. It never happened. Don't come for me too.
All right, turn that back down. Had to
love
just
that.
hear Seth just bam, copping a feel,
Feel
straight dicking.
up dickin'. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
God.
says hi, by the way.
Good. I miss that guy. Didn't he like shave his goddamn head?
Did he?
Oh, for a bit, but it's back now.
Okay, it's back now. Gotcha.
That was like one of the COVID shaves.
I have not seen
Uh,
either of the Seths in so long. I actually I think I've seen first Seth we were referring to more recently than any of the other of you two. Because
Which makes sense.
I ran into him at a party, like my last year of college, and I was so excited. I was hammered.
Talking about
but I
H or
was so
A?
excited. Seth
yeah,
H.
Herzogger.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, we'll just
I
drop
wasn't
it.
sure if we were
Nobody
throwing
watches
last
this
names
shit.
out here. That's
I
true.
was trying to avoid it. I've got some friends that like they had their like board game channel pop off, and they would like to remain mostly anonymous. So I'm just like, in consideration of that, maybe I should just stop name dropping people.
That's fair.
But then I go and
less-
talk about like hyper specific Harford County restaurants, and I'm just like, well, the jig
Well,
is
there
up.
it is.
The radio. We went
Yeah.
on a whole tangent about all the different radio stations.
We did go on a
Smug. We're like, yeah, 102.7, 98
Yeah,
rock.
really geolocate yourself with
Yeah.
shortwave radio.
Yeah, listen, they just claim that they live in Detroit, not Detroit, Detroit, the fictional land of Detroit.
Right.
D-Detroit. That's where you
Yeah.
can become human.
But
So
yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, I played. I think I played like. I think Jesse and I played maybe like 2 hours of that game, and then we did not go back. Sadly. Oh
That's
my
fair.
God! There's a cat behind you.
Behind who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Where's? Oh shit! Hey Dorian. What's
He's posted.
up? Oh shit.
Scoping out the land.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Chat.
Yeah, we ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready to get
Yeah.
started. This past month, we have listened to 9 albums. Happy to report, they're all good this time. We're now 2 months in a row of only good albums listened to. Oh, timeout from Kyle.
You're telling me there was 9?
Yeah.
Thought there was 8.
Which one did? Okay, I'm gonna flash my screen real quick. Which one didn't you listen to?
The CD looking one. I thought we weren't doing that one.
Oh, come on!
I thought that was like an EP or something.
All right. So
It kinda- yeah,
Putting the
all
cap
right.
on. Putting the cap on.
Yep.
It is an EP. I do think it is required listening only because this was in the history of the band. I'm just going to get this out of the way now. History of Periphery. Periphery 1 is all Misha Mansour's like demos that were then turned into songs. Were never written for a vocalist. Had a different vocalist than Spencer. He then came on, but they also had a different guitar player and a different bass player.
Yep.
So the bass player and the other guitar player left for P2. That's when they brought on Mark, and that's when they brought on Nolly. P2 was still mostly Misha, a little bit of Mark. They hadn't quite found their sound yet. After Periphery 2, they were like, okay, we need to pause and figure out what our writing style is. So that like CD-looking EP is 7 songs that they chose a musical motif that they would all write around, but each member of the band wrote one song. So it's them being like, this is our style as individual members. So that way, moving forward, you hear them and like, once you hear like Pale Aura, that's the one that Mark wrote, you can pick a Mark song out any day of the week.
Interesting.
But it's like, this is like to get an idea of like whose style is what do they like to write? And then moving forward, like you can hear that pop up all over the fucking place.
Okay. See, I thought in the Instagram post that we made, or
Yo, thank you,
said, I thought you
CC.
guys
Oh,
said
Gracie says
there was
hi.
only
Fuck
8.
yeah.
Also, to be fair, we go from Periphery 1 to Periphery 2. That was kind of the way I looked at it. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this, Lion King 2.5 or something?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah. But
And
it's
then you get in the weeds of, is Juggernaut 1 album or is it 2 albums?
oh, that was such a that
Was
was
that
my
the Alpha
hardest
Omega?
part of ranking. Is
Yeah.
I'm just like, can I even do that? Hold on.
Yeah, I gotta be
Fucking
honest, they're kind of just interchangeable for me.
Linkin Park
Yeah.
Jake sent me a text that starts with "You cannot say this right now," and I'm just like, "Oh, cool. I'm not even gonna look at it." Let me see here.
Well, now you have to tell us what it is.
No, don't think I have to do that.
But like, what if I ask really nice?
Really?
Yeah. Pretty please.
You know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns here and stick with my pre-ranking. I think I agree with this mostly. I had to look at those again. Yeah, Juggernaut was the hardest one because it's like, can I even separate these?
I have like my personal preference of like which one I listen to the most. But
Yeah.
to me, they are still like one cohesive album.
Yeah, it's such a.
Did Omega come first? 'Cause that's how it's listed on Apple
No,
Music.
it's Alpha first.
No,
I was gonna say that doesn't feel right. Yeah,
No, it's not right. And I'm glad it's listed that way on Apple Music too, because it's listed that way on Spotify.
yeah.
Apple's all over the place.
That was the only I think issue I've ever seen on Apple. I'm pretty happy with my Switch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm allowed to tell you guys after the show concludes and we are no longer live, but it's some cool stuff.
All right, let's wrap this up.
It's
then.
good
Thank
stuff.
you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
It's not Linkin Park Jake talking shit. It is good things.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a good listen through of all of Juggernaut. Actually, I'm gonna change one thing, but I know what it is. Driving to New Jersey this weekend to go to the beach with my fiance's family. I got to finally like sit down and listen to all of Juggernaut all the way through, just absolutely blasting that stuff on the way there, and like it works so much better when you listen to it all the way through, which I don't think I've ever done in all my years of listening to this band since Jake showed me them. So anyways, I've got Topsters up. I can send you this link, Jake, so you can pull it up if you want to keep track. But if you want to just throw your face there and have your list, that's cool too. Oh, wait, we just jumped right into Periphery. We didn't do our pitches.
You're really commanding the scene here, Paul, and you're kind of dropping the ball.
Yeah, you know. You're asking, like, Mr. Cannot focus on like one thing for too long to lead the charge here.
That's fair. Who do we want to start?
Yeah. Anybody want to start with the pitch? What's an album we all want to bring to the table? Mine is not like a recent one.
What I've been listening to is super recent.
Oh yeah.
So the other album I've had in heavy rotation is Pliny's newest album. If y'all are familiar with Pliny.
Name sounds familiar.
I know him. I don't think I've ever like dug in.
He's a Australian instrumental prog artist.
An unnamed
this is actually his. I have his.
Oh yeah, I was literally.
Guitar.
Hold on, let me click over to Spotify.
Yeah.
I was just looking at that thing on the artist page.
This is his
There he
sick.
is.
That rules. That rules
But
hard.
yeah, he has an album out called An Unnameable Desire that is absolutely fantastic.
I'll have to give that a listen. It's instrumental, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's someone that I would describe as like up until this album, this man has never known how to write an angry song. This man makes prog metal, but it's just like joyful.
Interesting.
I don't know how he does it.
Very interesting.
His newest album, it has a mood to it, but it's definitely like different, and I think that's why I've been fucking with it so heavy.
Excellent. Yeah, my buddy Hayden says, you know ball for knowing Pliny. I'm sure Hayden has also tried to get me to listen to Pliny plenty of times. That boy does love his prog.
Dude.
And now you have to.
And he opens up the like rabbit hole of like who's doing crazy shit. Like if you fuck with Pliny, another more throwing some more ball out there. You'll fuck with David Maximicic. You'll fuck with Jakub Zetecki. A lot of like other instrumental guys, but you might know from back in college David Maximicic because he had a side project called Destiny Potato. If you remember that.
Those words together sound very familiar.
That shit's pretty good. I'm also seeing bits of the chat.
Polyphia kind of fell off a bit for
Intervals. Have you heard their new song?
Polyphia.
me. I haven't heard anything from them actually recently. I kind of forgot about them for a while. I liked some like their early stuff when they first started popping off, and then I don't know, like their next album, I was just like, yeah.
I haven't listened to anything since that album that had Goat on it, and I loved that album. And then I just
I think that was
proceeded
the
to
last
not
one.
listen to anything after it.
I think there was like 2 or 3 songs that I really liked on that one, and then whatever came out after that, I was just like, I mean, it's good, but nothing as like felt as memorable as like the prior.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, you want to go next, or should I?
I
do
mean,
have it pulled up.
I'll go next because
All right.
we all know what I'm going to be saying here. And that's this new Olivia Rodrigo album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love. Dude, this album's fantastic. First off, the storytelling in this is great. It's basically a concept album, which is really incredible how it kind of all works out because it wasn't supposed to be. From what I understand, it was supposed to be like mostly like a love album, and then like end of last year, beginning of this year, she got broken up with. So then like in the last like I guess 3 months or however long, she basically just like wrote a couple extra songs, and like you get this really interesting thing where you have like all of these love songs, and then all of a sudden like by the end, of course, like she's broken up with, but like you can kind of see in the love songs at the front like the cracks and what's going to happen, like how invested she is in the relationship, that she's not allowing like herself to be like her own person, like the need to have like another person, like the codependency. And then like as you get towards the end, like there's a lot of lyrics that kind of like tie together, and it's really neat. Also, there's a Robert Smith feature from The Cure. Yeah,
Interesting. I like that.
But
That's not a pull I would have expected.
Listen,
I'm
Kyle,
just a sucker for Olivia
Kyle's
Rodrigo.
Mr. all over the place.
Yeah,
The things this man has shown me have blown my mind in many, many various ways.
yeah.
I gotta say
now I'm
though,
trying to think.
I did Kyle, I did listen to that Halsey album that other Jake suggested. It is fucking incredible.
I forgot to get back to it.
It is
so it's been a
incredible.
while.
I listened to that immediately after the Juggernaut listening, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is it so good? I'm going to make a very bold claim. I think it's her Folia Do, because apparently her fans fucking hate it.
Oh, really?
But it is definitely an album about, like, I do not want to do this shit anymore. I cannot do this shit anymore. And, like, it's... There's some pretty... There's, like, some pretty, like, lyrics that I'm just like, all right, we could have tried a little harder there,
I've seen a couple of the lyrics, yeah.
Yeah, there's some of those that I'm like, we could have tried a little harder, but I don't know. It's very, very raw, and I like it, and I love the different versions of Letter to God, I think it is. They do, like, through the different decades and, like, in the style of those decades that it would be going through. It's really, really good. And then I listened to the one that Trent Reznor produced right after that, and that was also really fantastic, as you would expect.
Nice.
You know, just Trent Reznor working with somebody who can sing.
Yeah. I did listen to the Static Dress record, and I really liked it.
My
I liked it a lot more than I
man.
thought I was, yeah.
It's so good.
I was like, and maybe it's a little bit like not fully on the point, but I was like, this feels like kind of like My Chem-ish, but if My Chem was like harder.
Yeah, it
Especially
floats,
some like the vocal influences.
it floats between like that and like what if Under Oath was lighter.
Yeah. I'm not as familiar with Under Oath, but yeah, I was like, there was a lot of vocal inflections where I was like, this feels like he's going My Chem, and it's great.
Yeah, especially on like Hospice, I noticed that a lot. I was like, this just sounds like it could have been a My Chem song.
Yeah.
But then they also have stuff like what is it, Classic Death Pose? Where it's just like, we're going to scream for 2 minutes straight and just throw every post-hardcore breakdown ever known to man in there. Before we get started on the ranking, do y'all mind if I go feed my dog real quick?
You also have to list your...
I have to do mine. Hold on, Chad. Hold on.
buddy.
Yep, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is going to be a long one, isn't it? We already have 9 albums to go through.
I'll try to be concise with nerding out.
No, take your time.
That's why we
had
have
other
you
Jake
here.
on. We went on so many tangents. Like I said, we had like a whole probably like 10-minute conversation about radio stations.
Yeah.
True.
All right.
Also, did you send a link to the thing?
Nope. I think I stopped halfway through doing it. This is why. Oh,
Paul's on a roll today.
I'm on one is what I'm on. How do I even message you? There we go. Message. All right, there is the Topsters link. That will get you to where you can make your little your list if you want to have it. I clicked away. All right, my pick is the new album that came out this year, like real early this year, from a band that we just played with up in Scranton 2 weeks ago. And that is Past Futures from Toothless. It's not fucking showing up. Yes, it is. I have shit blocking it. Hold on.
Past what?
Past Futures by Toothless. There we go. I gotta move myself back to the right side. And I'm actually... Hold on. We're gonna grab the Kyle stream again and shrink. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Past Futures by Toothless. If you like Every Time I Die, this sounds like, very early Every Time I Die. I'm very excited to see what these guys continue doing. This album's just a really, really good listen. And they were some of the coolest dudes that we have ever hung out with. We were immediately leaving that gig just like, we need to do a run with them so badly. Like, it was so bad that me and my vocalist stayed in the parking lot, like, talking to them maybe an hour after show ended. And, like, mind you, we were playing Scranton. We had, like, a 3-hour drive back. It hit, like, 1:30 in the morning, and we were just like, all right, we hate to do this. We have to cut this off because we need to go home.
Damn.
But they were so sick. Like, they played, like, one chord, and I heard their vocalist scream once, and I was like, oh, I'm going to love this.
Added that to the library.
Hell yeah. All right, before we go any further, I need to go
feed your dog.
Yeah, I gotta go feed my dog, and I need to check if what I heard was him falling or thunder upstairs. Because I just heard some kind of rumble.
Very little dog. Can't imagine it making that much noise.
I can't either, but I'm pretty sure it was thunder. I'm sure it's raining outside. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Word.
When he comes back, power's going. No, Jake.
I hope not. So how have you been?
I've been all right.
That's good.
Just fiddling around. I've recently, it's in the last like year or so, been roasting coffee for a place called Avely Farms Coffee Roasters over in Timonium.
Oh, that's like 10 minutes from me. Yeah, it's also a brewery, right?
No shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been there a couple times.
Come on in.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a while, but I've been there a couple times and I really like it.
Yeah, I'm so when you walk in and you look like directly into the back, there's like that little like bench or like bar seating kind of with like the plexiglass window. Like I'm just on the other side of that big blue oven all the time.
Okay. Really?
Dude, next time you're in, just get my attention or like shoot me a message or something. I can, for friends and people I know, I should specify. I can get free coffee.
Ooh.
So I can treat you to a little something.
All right. Well, I'll swing by sometime soon.
Yeah, please do. But yeah, that's been like the majority of the last year or so on that front, and trying to work on more music. Obviously I had like the EP out last year.
Yeah.
And I'm picking away at a few things right now, and I am recording my friend Phoebe's music, which has been really fun. So I've never worked with anyone other than myself before, and I've also never worked with someone who isn't making metal and is all acoustic, like bluegrass folk, like indie folk. And it's really fun, and she's an incredible songwriter. Like I'm really excited to like get this stuff out. But that's been like the last year and some change. This is like the other prior to that, it's just been like a lot of like post-COVID chaos, trying to like figure out what I want to be spending my time doing. So it's like the last year and a half, 2 years have kind of been like, okay, I'm kind of like settled now. I can like dig into stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy how long like the after effects of COVID just kind of like hit for a lot of people. Like I was like very fortunate, and like I had a secure job, and then a year ago I was able to get a civilian government job down in Hanover, Maryland. But like you know, if it wasn't for that, like, who knows? I'm like, I don't know where I'd be right now because I graduated
Yeah.
winter of 2019. So, and I only really got that job because my brother's now wife, like her dad worked there, and like he was like the
Okay.
boss basically. So I was like, I basically got a foot in the door. And I was like, thank
Yeah.
goodness, because I had a mass comm degree, so I'm like applying like television studios and
Mhm.
anything else I could find. It's like no one's hiring right now.
Yeah, no, I like right after graduating, I don't know if you ever meet our friend Kelly? Probably not.
um,
Like while we were at Towson. She was like
I
kind of around freshman year.
I think a couple times she has bangs or had bangs at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um we she moved to New York
Okay.
because she throughout the rest of her time like in college was always either abroad or
Mm-hmm.
working and just kind of getting credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like right after graduation, her and a friend were looking for a roommate, and I was like, I don't really like New York, but I just got a theater degree for some reason, so I might as well
Yeah.
give it a shot. And then I
Mm.
realized in 2 months I fucking hate New York. I did
Yeah.
not like living there, so I moved back and
Okay.
kind of like let myself crash out for a moment, and
Mm.
then I was like, all right, time to pick myself back up, and then COVID hit. So I went
Oh,
into COVID with like absolutely nothing,
that sucks.
and it took forever to figure out like what I want to do. Like I
Mm.
worked at Starbucks for a minute. I like helped my mom's now like ex
Mm.
with his job. He did like home theater installation, so like kind of helped
Okay.
with that for a bit.
Mm.
Um, I actually wrote I did like freelancing for Screen Rant for a while.
Mm. Oh, really?
Oh
That's cool.
oh god, here's here's the guy.
Hi.
Um, but yeah, I was covering games for them, which was like fun for a minute. It was mostly when I
Mm.
started being able to do reviews.
Mm.
But that did not pay well at all.
Yeah, I can imagine. I hear
And
it's like 10 cents. Well, I know some websites it's like 10 cents a click or something like that. Or
All
like
right.
maybe
I mean,
less. I don't know.
it's like that, and then they would do like 25 an article, but it
Oh,
would
okay.
take like 6 hours to write an
Yeah.
article.
Mm.
Or in my case, when doing reviews, I'm
You got to
diving
play
in
the
for
whole
at
game
least
first.
20 hours,
Mm,
and
Mm.
I'm getting $1 an hour.
Yeah. And it's
Jesus.
like, yeah, that's probably why all those like so many of those like gaming review companies like IGN have like terrible reviews. It's because like, well, do I want to sit there for 20 hours and play a whole game just to then get $1 out of it? So they
Dude,
probably just play
very sincerely, yeah. Unless it's
Yeah.
a game that like my best review I think was Alan Wake 2, and it was the first
Mm.
like
Ooh.
AAA game they let me do.
Mm.
And I did blast through that shit and I was so proud of it, but there's so many games on there that I was like I got halfway through and I was like I have to get it out at this embargo, but I don't like this.
Mm.
Or I'm not
Mm,
getting it or it's not clicking.
Yeah.
Um but before we jump in, writing for Screen Rant did give me my first taste of like internet infamy in a micro
Oh
community.
no.
oh no.
So I got you can look and this is still up. It's very I love it.
Mhm.
I one of the filler articles that I had picked for a quota, like there would be a bunch of article like options that editors would make that you can kind of just pick.
Mhm.
And the one that I picked was the Batman. It was like Batman Arkham costume design or character design has aged poorly or something like that.
Mhm.
And it was mostly just me talking about like, when's the last time y'all looked at the proportions of Batman in that game? His mouth is fucking weird.
Mhm.
Uh, but I made the mistake of
Oh
saying the
man, there
male
it is.
gaze.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I made the mistake of bringing up the male gaze in this. So on r/Arkham,
Oh
uh,
no.
they got a hold of it, and there's like a 700 like comment thread of people just absolutely hating me.
Good
It was
lord.
I got and I found out about it because some dude from Australia messaged me on LinkedIn to tell me that I was like a soy boy.
That's
It was
Incredible.
incredible. I
I'd be like,
will
you're the
say
one
That
there
messaging
was
me on LinkedIn.
there was
that
one
rocks.
dude in that thread that they were someone was like, who the fuck wrote this article? And some dude came out with a banger response and he said, Some dude named like Jacob Zaranko or whatever, and someone under him was like Jacob Zaranko, more like Jacob Zerwanko. Am I right, fellas? I was
Jesus
like, damn,
Christ,
he
that's
got me,
good.
dude.
That's
He
good.
got
That's
me.
great. Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
Alan Wake 2 is probably next up. I'm actually trying to finish Control right now because they have that new one coming out, and it's been a game that I've wanted to
Yes.
play like since it came out and have just not made time to do it.
Story wise, it is also very relevant to play that first.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling with the
Yeah.
fact that there's like a whole ass Alan Wake like DLC area that I haven't explored at all. That I was like, I probably should play this before playing Alan Wake 2. I really want to play Alan Wake 2. And now Control Resonance
Yeah.
coming out, so I'm like, fuck, guess I gotta play them all. But I'm loving Control so far.
Oh no, I gotta play all the Remedy games. Oh,
I'm not
no.
touching Quantum Break. You can keep that one.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's one of those that I'm
We
like,
don't
this
talk
was,
about Quantum Break.
it was such a novel idea, but
It
I don't
was.
think anybody wants to watch a full like 45-minute TV show episode in between segments of gameplay. It was such a fun idea in concept, but in practice, I just think yeah. It's Quantum Break. Is that
Quantum
the
Break.
playable movie? No, that would be Until Dawn,
Yeah.
which
And
great
Detroit
playable
Become
movie.
Human.
And Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain.
And most games nowadays.
Yeah, fucking yeah. Yeah. All right. Periphery. So the way we usually do this is
Wait, did you ever give us your album, Paul? Yes, you did. Sorry,
Yeah, I
never mind.
did.
We're good.
Come
We're
on,
good.
I did it before I went and fed the boy.
That was 10 minutes ago. I have a brain that
That's-
only remembers things 2 minutes ago.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So the way we usually do this is we will go from least favorite to favorite. Since we have a guest here, we can either do Jake goes first and tells it like it is, and then Kyle and I follow up with our not as knowledgeable picks, or we could do what we usually do where least knowledgeable person gives their opinion first, and then the more knowledgeable people follow. And what we'll do is we'll say, like, whoever goes first will say, I have this album in, like, this spot, so, like, it would be number 9. And then we would say where we have that album on our respective list. And I'm going to be keeping track of all 3 on here. So I'll probably do, like, me, and then
smart.
Kyle, and then Jake. I've finally thought to do that after all this time, which is why I have 3 of each album queued up.
Is there a way to get a little picture of our faces in one of the boxes, too, so you know which one's which?
There's probably a way to do that. I didn't figure it out.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah, I'll leave it up to Jake. Do you want to have Kyle give his takes first, or would you like to lead?
I kind of want to finish it out. So I'll
Okay.
say Kyle.
Well, if
you
Kyle go first,
I'm
then
also
no.
putting my stuff down now to organize my thoughts.
Yeah, it's just good to
I'm,
have a little visual. So
I'm
I
going
guess
to get in trouble for this one.
I guess I'm gonna throw Clear in 8th first, Kyle, since you didn't listen to, or in 9th
you
first
guys can
since
go
you
over
didn't
that
listen to it.
first.
Where did I have Clear? That's a good question. I had Clear at 7, so just 2 above that. Jake, where'd you have that guy at?
Clear. I'm looking at him right now. I'm putting Clear at. Hold up. What about 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, wait. We are going to do Alpha and Omega as one, correct?
I'm doing them separately.
Separate,
do them
but
separately?
I've already
Yeah.
separately, but I'm basically confirming that they're going to be next to each other. And they're
Yeah,
in the same
they are going to be
Okay.
next to each other. I originally on my pre-ranking had them separated, and that doesn't feel right after my many hours of listening this past month.
Okay. The way I'm gonna do the just to justify where I'm thinking, I'm doing Juggernaut as one, but I will specify which one I listen to more.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
just
I'm
put
gonna
that
count
one
them as
above.
one. So in that case, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll have 8, 1 through 8.
Yeah. So we'll just do Juggernaut at the same time with both of them. And we can say which one we like better for the fun of it.
Yeah.
All right.
With that in mind, I'm gonna say uh and so 8 would be the least like
Yeah.
of them.
8th would be your
Yeah.
least favorite.
Bottom.
I'm putting it at 5.
5.
Okay.
Ooh, all right, all right.
That makes me feel a little worse about. Paul put 7. I was like, all right, I don't feel too bad not listening to a 7.
Listen,
But
my big thing. All right, I'll start off. My big thing with Clear is that, like we said, it is an EP. It's an awesome EP, but
Yeah.
it leaves me wanting more. It leaves me wanting more from that. God damn it, I'm fucking everything up. It leaves me wanting more from like the stuff that's going on here. I like that everybody got to write a song. That part of it is really cool. It's got some really, really good ones like Feed the Ground and Parade of Ashes. But there is also, and we'll find this as we go on, there's a lot of like, I am just not the biggest fan of like instrumental music in general. So when there's like a couple of tracks of that here, it does like not do it for me as much as like some of the other stuff that comes. But like overall, it's real damn good. And again, like Feed the Ground and Parade of Ashes, I don't know if I added them to my like regular like metal playlist, but I need to.
I will say,
forgot.
actually, now that I'm looking at this, I'm going to take it to 6. I did make one
Ooh,
switch, so not a
demotion.
big one, but I'm going to say
Okay.
6 because you're right. I do 0. I don't really care much for, which is Misha's song, but that's okay because the rest of Periphery is Misha's song.
Yeah.
But the Summer Jam I listen to a lot, and Pale Aura I listen to a lot. But even though those two songs, and especially Summer Jam, probably have like a huge amount of play for me, of all of these, they are the only two that get that much play. I I have it ranked a little higher because of like what Clear is to the band.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. It being this like here is us just outlining what each of us sounds like. We are like setting the stage for this band. The members are locked in. We're not changing. We need to know what we sound like together. Here's our styles, and here's how it blends. And even something like Pale Aura, that there are things they do in that song that they still reference and call back to in later stuff, include a P3, but I'll nerd out about it later.
I was gonna say I noticed that like finally doing this listening all together, they do just kind of reference some certain parts of certain songs or like expand upon like something that was such a small part of one song into like a full ass song. But we'll have to talk about that when we get to those two respective albums. I only noticed it one time, but as soon as I noticed it, I was like, wait a goddamn minute.
I will say that I'll wait. I'm not going to get ahead of myself.
Who did each song? So you said 0 was Misha, Pale Aura was Mark.
Yeah, so Overture is just the motif that they're
Yeah.
all playing within, right? Summer Jam is Jake.
Okay.
One of the guitar players, John Petrucci's nephew.
I was about to say John Petrucci's nephew.
Yeah. Feed the Ground is drummer Matt.
That makes sense.
Still based in Baltimore. Love that guy.
Yeah, my drummer
0 is Misha.
I'll say my drummer for Bedroom Floor is very good friends with Matt. Like Matt actually gave him a copy of Pale White Dot like a week early on vinyl.
Oh.
And he was like, yo, you want to come over and listen to it? And the rest of like all of the band was just busy that week, sadly.
Damn. Yeah, my friend Kevin, if you remember Kevin, is also one of his old students.
Yep.
And it's like really good friends with him. But anyway, 0 is Misha, Parade of Ashes is Spencer, and Extraneous is Nolly.
Gotcha.
Which also, fun fact, their bass player's name is Adam Nolly Get Good.
Mm-hmm.
All that.
His legal last name is Get Good. That's not like a joke.
That's not. Is it he changed it to that, or is it he was just born Get Good?
He was born with that. And he shared, and I only know that because on his Instagram story, he shared a letter that in school he had to write to the king or to the prince or whatever in the same way. Like we'd write shit to the president, and they wrote back, and it was addressed to Adam Get Good.
Oh my god, that's so good. Man,
I love
Nolly,
that.
what a bass player. There's only like one bass player I'd put above him.
And that's fair.
Yeah.
But that man's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's who wrote each song.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, there's Clear out of the way. Now, Kyle, what's your 8th place Periphery album?
Dude, you guys are gonna beat me up.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah, you are. I think I'm gonna go with Periphery 1 in 8th place.
Nice, nice.
Mainly just I think the
Hold up.
production. Oh, sorry. That's right. We all have to go around now.
Yep. I have it in
I do
dead
this every
last.
time. Oh, yes. Woo.
It is also last.
All right. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Jake, do you still not drink?
I partake.
Hmm.
I'm trying things, seeing if there's anything out there I like.
I think this was
Well, Paul drinks.
yeah. Do we want to do the shot because we have it all in the same place, or since everything's fucked up because of Clear, we won't count it?
Yeah, so
I think
typically
this is-
whenever we put something in the same spot, we'll take a shot is what we do.
I mean, I got a little gingy.
All right,
This is
cool.
I got my ale.
I don't think I have a shot glass. I think I'll just take a fucking swig out of the hen bottle and fucking call it a day. Of
It's
course,
one day I'll
of
do like
course
a
you
half
got
a
it all
shot.
locked down. All right, yeah, let me go grab it.
I also I had a Four Loko this weekend, so I don't want to be drinking a lot. Had to celebrate the 4th of Joloco.
Somehow I knew this was gonna
Fourth
happen.
of Joe Loco.
Yeah, it was 4th of
Joloco.
Joloco this weekend. Yeah, me and my friends all got Four Locos. It was awesome.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, anyways, so I kind of knew this was going to happen. I should have brought it up first. But same thing happened with the other Jake as well, because we did Linkin Park and we all had Living Thing, or what? Not
Oh,
Living
yeah.
Things. One More Light in last.
Yeah,
We're all just like, that shit sucks.
yeah. Wasn't
Anyways,
great.
bottoms up, boys.
I'm doing a quarter shot here.
I'm going to leave the rest of this in there in case I have to do it again, but I'll slam it at the end. It's good to get rid of this.
It's good.
Yeah, Jake, you've been out of the loop for a while. I love Hennessy. It's fantastic.
Okay.
However, my friends and family keep buying it for me, and I can't drink it fast enough. So this is one of 3 bottles of this I have in my house. The other 2 are completely unopened. One of them is in a box with a margarita shaker.
Hell yeah.
So
I'm glad that you also end up in the same situation. My mom liked the Blackberry Crown Royal, and I ended up with 2 bottles of it, and it's just kind of sad. I was like, I could have been okay with one.
Yeah.
But also, because then she has her own. So whenever I'm there, I'm like, I'm not. How often do you think I'm drinking this, Mom?
Yeah. The anyways, back to Periphery time.
Yeah,
That Crown Blackberry, that's like my brother's drink of choice. But
I love it with some lemonade. It's great.
Kyle, why do you got Periphery 1 in last?
So I'm gonna be honest. This was really tough for me. Just this whole experience. And I kind of decided I was already kind of leaning towards this one being last, and I put all the songs, all the albums on shuffle in a playlist, and one of these songs came on when I was driving home from work, and I was just like, yeah, that guitar tone just doesn't. I'm like, it just doesn't sound as good. The production's not as solid. The guitar tones are just kind of a little meh. And that was kind of the big thing for me.
Yeah, I definitely echo that, and I don't know, I just think it's I don't think it is written as well in the slightest. The Axe Effects 2 not hitting for you. No, it's not.
No.
It did the job for the time, but yeah, I don't know. It's don't get me wrong. We have Gent's Sweet Child of Mine on this in the form of Icarus Lives. Shout out to my drummer for that one.
Holy shit, you're so right.
Shout out to Big Austin Wolf for that one. But
And Sweet Child of Mine.
yeah, this is just the Gent kid walks into Guitar Center. He's ripping Icarus Lives immediately. We got that, and it's a good song.
You're insulting me to my face.
What?
That was me.
Oh, I did it too.
I'm nerd going in, and yeah.
Doug, you showed me Periphery,
Holy
and not too long after I went to Guitar Center and immediately started ripping it on a 7-string because I was like, oh, I want to try this out. I want to try the Orange Crush 100 head. That head is fine, by the way. It is okay. Great if you don't want to bring like a $2,000 tube amp on tour. But
whatever gets the job done.
Exactly. Yeah, like I think I mainly remember Race Car because it's so goddamn long.
Yeah.
I feel like The Walk was really good, but like overall, like, you know, its first album, Periphery, it's a little riff salady, and I don't know, it kind of makes me mad that this was the album that every gent band decided to copy, because like it only gets better from there. What are you sending me here, Kyle? What is this Twitch collab link?
We never crossed streams.
I did.
Did we?
Yeah. I think I have the tab up
I
still.
don't know what I'm doing. Whatever. I don't know what I'm doing.
Get your ass in
I
here.
didn't see it.
Waiting response. Awesome.
I don't know how to.
All right, let me close. I'm joining you. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. Join new session.
It just pops into my head.
Oh my god. All right, there we go. I'm in now, I think.
All right, sorry.
Shared chat is on. Awesome. I'm going to move that over. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, Jake, what do you got?
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. I think it has charm for what it was at the time. And at the time, it was very influential because like Misha was kind of the first guy to have that many fucking demos ready for that, like the rise of the bedroom producer.
Yeah.
Like Pliny, like who I mentioned earlier, was similar. Like he got started around like 2013, but I think P1's like 2010. What they were doing at the time was impressive, and even in high school, it was still impressive. But going back and listening to it, I was like, oh, yeah, it's riff salad. It sounds rough. But there's still some fucking bangers in there. Like all new materials, light jetpacks was yes.
Yeah.
Even letter experiment. Like I go back to those fairly regularly. I forgot that Butter Snips is just fun. Like it's just dumb. But it was like this is clearly like a guy having fun, and then a band having fun. And that's cool, but it kind of sounds like shit.
Yeah. This, funny enough, was the only one I hadn't really listened to before this month. Like, I had heard Icarus Lives, obviously, and I think I had heard some of these other songs at one point, but I don't think I had ever sat down and listened to Periphery 1 all the way through before this month.
Yeah. I mean, it's also fun crossover things. He's not credited in this, but a big person that helped Misha like develop a lot of these demos was Tosin Abasi, because they started to become friends around this time. And it was right after this came out that the Animals as Leaders put their first album out because Misha produced it.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I remember like Tosin was in a band with like the owner of Sumerian Records or something. I figure that's probably how that connection came around, and then you know.
No, it was just online forums.
Really?
They just were like really active on there. Yeah.
I was like, Kyle, what did you do? I saw everything go great.
Oh, I don't know. But I also heard if you play the song Race Car backwards, it sounds exactly the same.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's true.
Holy shit.
That's all I got.
I'm not gonna do it, but I believe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that, but all right. Kyle? What do you got next? What's your number 7?
Oof.
Once again,
so my number 7, I think's got to be the Gent Is Not a Genre album.
Okay. I also have that next. Oh. No shot.
Am I based?
Shot.
Dog, take a shot.
Oh, let's go! We're I put it?
brother?
Where's the hen?
Ah!
Y'all gonna make me open another fucking bottle.
This is backwash. This is with 3 people. This is crazy. Paul and I had similar with when we did backwash, but
Yeah, I remember we were both like, "It is a work night. We cannot do this." And then like half
Yeah.
of backwash aligned, and we were like, "Thank
I think
God
there's
we
only
didn't do
2
this."
albums that we had different. I think.
Yeah, I think our top 2 were just swapped, and that was it, if I remember correctly. Hold on, we can find out.
I think it was like second and third. I think it was second, third.
I don't want to delete it.
Because
I
we
wanna
both
go.
liked her most recent album the most.
Nope,
and then it
that's
was just
Frost
between the 2
Children.
before
That's
that.
Knuckle Puck. Yeah, you already missed the Knuckle Puck one, Jake. Because we both had only Dust as top.
You had the God
We
is
had-
watching.
I think we had
Switch.
these 2 swapped, didn't we?
Actually, we might have had more swap than I remember. Actually.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I should have named all these. But yeah, you missed the Knuckle Puck one. That was fun. You also missed August Burns Red. Which
that was a good
Kyle,
one.
would you say this listening was better or worse than August Burns Red?
Honestly, worse.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't really said it yet, but this just didn't. I don't dislike this, but I didn't really get much out of this experience. And I think
Ooh.
I have a theory about music listeners, and it's basically a spectrum between emotional and intellectual listening. And I'm a very emotional listener when it comes to a lot of music, and I think this is very intellectual. Like if you're a guitar player, such as both of you, and you love really technical like playing, I think you tend to lean more this versus I'm hearing it, I'm like, yeah, it's neat what they're doing, but it doesn't make me feel an emotion. And I think with August Burns Red, even though it all sounded the same, it at least made me feel a bit rough and rowdy. You know, I felt like I could listen to that at the gym and pick things up and put things down.
That's fair.
That's
Yeah.
fair. I think
I won't fight you on that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think I kind of straddle the line, but lean more on the emotional side a lot. You heard it's only smiles and didn't sob. We're not there yet.
But
Yeah,
also,
come
but
on
also
now.
August Burns Red was also fun because it kind of like challenged me to like
yeah,
really,
challenge you to rank like 7
what's-
albums that all sound exactly the same.
Yeah, so it's like between each album, what are they maybe trying to do different and how are they succeeding and or failing?
Yeah.
Versus here it was like it's different, but it's the same in my, you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
there's some big,
Like, it's a
there's
lot
some
of the-
much bigger swings in different directions on Periphery.
But who
All
knows?
right.
Maybe if I listened to this before I listened to August Burn Red, I would feel differently. Maybe like I would have been like, oh, I got the similar kind of.
Yeah, we should have probably
feeling
given you
from-
some gateway bands before all
Yeah.
screaming Christcore. You know.
Yeah. Well, when it comes
Yeah.
to when it comes to this, I kind of wish like I could have just sat down with like one album for a month and like dove it because I don't know much about the lyrics
That's
and
very
everything,
fair.
but it gives me vibe of like space rock opera is what I'm assuming every single album's about. I could be wrong.
Some of them.
I'm gonna jump in. And
Yeah, I was hoping you would talk about it
Here's-
all as we move forward.
So I have one of my few gripes with Periphery,
Mhm.
and it's one that I'm gonna try not to spoil too much moving forward. Is every like album like their main albums, the like P number subtitle,
Mhm.
they are very they don't always take it as seriously as I'd like them to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is something I'll comment more on.
I mean, this album name in general.
whenever we get to P4 and to Pale White Dot and Juggernaut. Like those are all standouts for my feelings about that. But like
Mhm.
in general, they don't always have like connected themes. They're just kind of writing about stuff or like vague feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is also coming from like with the exception of the album they just put out, they release making of documentaries every time they put out an album that kind of gives you an insight as to, like what they're thinking of and how they're producing it. And a lot of times it is just like whatever comes to mind. They're just trying to have fun with the music. And if it takes a deeper shape, then cool. If not, that's also fine. So like having that like that need for like they're so big in how they make their music, especially when they're getting very orchestral, and like Misha has a background in arranged. Like he's contributed to like Halo Anniversary
Yep.
soundtracks.
Halo 2.
He wrote a song in Arcane Season 2.
Mm.
Like they can get very epic. So it leaves you thinking that it's deeper.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just isn't.
Yeah.
And that does like irk me. But again, I'll talk more about that later.
Yeah.
But that's so fair. And before getting you guys jumping in on P5, as an emotional listener, like going with that angle, I think you would really like Pliny because he is, with him being instrumental, it's just vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to listening to Pliny because I do like some instrumental stuff from time to time. So, I like some technical stuff, but I think like I have to feel invested. Like I have to have that emotional investment first. Like I think, and that's why I said like if we picked one album and I sat down and looked into the lyrics and like maybe even pulled up some like guitar notation and stuff, and was like, oh, that's kind of, like I'd have a greater appreciation for it, you know. Versus, and that I think is what this is for me. It's like this is like guitar nerd, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way by any means, but like it's kind of like guitar nerd music. Like if you're really into guitar,
no,
and like
that's exactly what it is.
Like this is what you get a nerd out about, which is awesome. It's just not, you know, I'm not as educated on the guitar nerd stuff, unfortunately. I'd like to be as good to play this stuff.
Well, hey, what? Give me your P5 thoughts.
Yeah.
What's your take on I'm curious where you guys are at.
Yeah, this was actually I think the first album I listened to because I listened to this when it came out. And I remember I just kind of felt apathetic. So when I came back,
this was your first Periphery.
That's crazy.
I probably heard maybe like a thing or two here or there, like maybe in college around you guys. I'm not sure.
You definitely heard like a song or two if Jake and I were ever in a room together.
Yeah, I remember it came out and I was like, oh, this is that band that Jake from college liked. I should check it out. Like I think with this one, a lot of it was just. So again, it goes back to like the emotion, and it was very loud, and I didn't feel like I always look back to like Knocked Loose's most recent record as like a great example of something that just sounds like loud and hellish and crazy, and I feel it. And this was just like it felt like it was kind of loud for being loud, and I was like, I think we could have like pulled it back because it's loud, but I'm not feeling angry. I'm not wanting to throw fists. There's maybe a couple times, but like, and also the I think the effect of which I have problems with like. A handful of metal for doing this, which is just like if you're at 100% all the time, then you don't really you can't go up anymore, you know. And I think this album kind of fell into that here and there, where it was like, wow, we're really loud and brooding, but like it feels like we're moving, and now all of a sudden we're down, and I feel like we should have been less loud there and then got louder later on, you know.
Yeah.
Just to feel it a bit more, and that was kind of why I think I put it here mainly. It's just for like those reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel a lot of that same stuff as you were saying, Kyle. I think the biggest thing for me is like I look at this one and I'm like, yeah, technically they're all good songs. Like they're, you know, they
what
are.
What song is not technically good though by them?
Yeah, that's fair. Like I look at it and I'm just like, these are all.
I have answers to that question.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Just like I look at it, I'm like, I look at this album and I'm like, I don't fucking care, man. Like, I listened to it all the way through, and I'm just like, yeah, Wildfire, woo! I don't fucking care. Like, I think that's the biggest thing I can say about this one is, like, it doesn't have the things that, like, genuinely irk me about Periphery 1, but it's so goddamn boring. Other than Silhouette. I like Silhouette a lot, and I think that is the one song on this album that I think is redeemable. And it's the only song where they're not playing fucking guitars, which is goddamn hilarious.
This is incredible. How we've all arrived here with such different reasons.
Silhouette sounds so familiar, and I have an opinion on it. I just don't remember what it sounds like.
We slow in the afterglow. With the fucking, it's just all electronics. I love that song. It's so funny, but
I hate it.
Oh, really?
I really don't like it. That's my bad song.
I mean, I don't know. I think that's a pretty great song.
I think you would like Spencer's side project,
the super
King Mothership.
Emo vocals.
Oh yeah, probably.
King Mothership does some of that. That like Silhouette is a Spencer song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
There he is.
Yeah. I also love that he's just a fuck boy.
Yeah,
Look at
100%. That's a
He wears
douche.
jumpsuits. He wears like suede jumpsuits. It's awesome.
Mm.
But yeah, this I really loved Wildfire when they dropped the single. I was meh on Atropos and Zagreus when they dropped those. Here's my I agree with both of you that this was boring. And this was in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
I have listened to this album in full 3 times in the last like since you asked me to do this, and I could not tell you how Dying Star went.
Oh, yeah. No,
I
I couldn't either.
forgot about how it happened. But Wildfire, and weirdly enough, in the last couple of years, Dracul Gross grew on me. So I went into this album when it first came out with a certain level of expectation that I think set it up for failure for me, and I assume other fans that maybe felt similar to me, which is they dropped Wildfire as their single. And in that song, they are referencing heavily songs from Juggernaut Alpha. So the chorus for Wildfire is just the song The Event. They also pull a groove from Stranger Things at some point in there.
Really?
Now I'm looking at the lyrics there. They
Hello,
pull from
Bridget.
it so heavily and so upfront that I assumed that this album, in combination with the name, would be them referencing their discography.
Yeah, like this would be like I don't want to say like the anti-Periphery album, but like kind of like a dice
Like
or
a
like a
callback kind of thing.
deconstruction and rebuild
Yes.
of yeah.
Yeah, because Zagreus as well pulls from Four Lights off of Juggernaut Alpha, and a few other songs, and then Wax Wings as a title calls back to Icarus Lives.
Yeah.
So like I fully expected this to be as self-referential as they try to be, and then it just wasn't there, and I was disappointed. And I think that was an unintended like side effect of the songs they chose to be singles that pulled so much from their discography in a way no other songs really did.
Yeah.
So then I gave myself space, went back to it on its own merit, having already let that go, and was just like, I don't care about it.
Yeah.
And I am not the only one. And again, this is things I'll bring up again when it's relevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the band has feelings about this album as well.
Oh, really?
I believe that.
Interesting.
Well, all right. Kyle,
All
what do you
right.
got? What are we up to? 6?
6. I think I'm gonna do the Pale Dot next. Their most recent one.
You can't keep fucking getting away with this.
Oh no.
I
You got
also
it there,
have it.
too?
I also have it at 6.
Oh, shit.
Where do you have Pale
Oh,
White Dot,
really?
Jake?
All right. So just throw out a reminder, I have my height set to 8 because I have
Yeah.
Alpha and Omega as one album.
Yeah, somewhere I assume up here.
So for me, with having 8, a Pale White Dot is 7. Or is 2. Sorry.
Oh, 2.
So like
There's
up
2.
at the top.
Up at the top. 1 from the bottom. 1 from the top.
Ooh.
You know what? I can accept that. I can definitely accept that. As time went on with this album, I grew to love it a lot. There are just, albums that I have other much stronger feelings about.
Yeah.
That come after that. But Kyle, what do you got on this one?
I'm not sure if I got dealt a bad hand because again, I listened to all these albums. Some only once, maybe some twice, and then I put them all on the playlist. And I was still kind of stuck after listening to them all. And I'm not sure if maybe I just got dealt a bad hand, but I felt like the ones that would pop off when I was listening or pop up were a lot of slower ones. I just felt like were kind of boring. So that I don't know if it was just shuffle cursed me there and maybe played the slower ones, which maybe just be like,
Sure.
But yeah, I just felt the songs were a bit more lackluster and slower, which again, it was probably just I got dealt a bad shuffle hand there. But yeah, that was mainly it. Again, I'm sorry, I really tried to come up with like some good notes this time around, but I don't have
It's
the
all good,
experience
man.
to like talk about all the riffs. Like I was sitting there, I'm like, what do I have? Like, what interesting thought do I have to say? And I'm like, well, it's technical.
Yeah, it's
Dog,
all right,
this is
well,
why I'm here.
I was
I'm
here
here
to
to
say,
take your perspective.
Jake
the
is here to
past
talk
2
about the
weeks-
riffs. I
past 2
could
weeks,
give a
I've been
shit.
like, thank goodness Jake's gonna be there because I'm gonna be the lamest I've ever been.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
You've activated one of
Yeah.
my 2 special interests in prog metal.
Awesome.
No,
What's the other?
I mean,
one?
Plenty.
Oh, okay. Well, when
Uh,
Kyle and I get super into him and we spin plenty, you'll be back.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dog.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there's a wheel.
Oh yeah.
You told me that
Okay.
was how you landed here in the first place.
Yes.
Um,
Listen,
So I was gonna do Chunk No Captain Chunk.
That it was
That was
between
the
Periphery
other
and Chunk.
honestly, you can't go wrong either way.
And literally, I think other Jake was also just like, "Don't do Chunk, man. He's joking with you. He's pulling your chain." And I was like, "No."
In my head, it sounds like whatever I think the cereal Captain Crunch would sound like if it was
Yes,
music.
that's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is 100% correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think as far as Pale White Dot goes, this album rocks. Like, coming off the heels of P5, I feel like just about anything would have been great. But man, there's some really good ones that like I think I got dealt the good shuffle hand because I kept getting specifically like Heaven on High and Everyone Dies Alone, and those songs are incredible. Like just that's the Periphery I love. Like when they're being super anthemic, the chorus is fucking hit. Yeah, there's a lot of really good on this. Yeah, Hayden's naming a bunch off. Have Mr. God Obsession.
Yeah.
Mr. God, I don't think I got as into. Like, it's good. I don't really remember all that much about it, but I think it's because it's one of the heavier ones. You'll find as we go on here, I like light Periphery. I like radio rock Periphery. When like the technical part of it is we've written a really damn good song, and it isn't we're going out of control with like all these random things. Like I like that every now and then, but like, also, Hayden, you're smoking crack on that because we haven't even talked about Aslam yet.
Yeah, we haven't got that.
Yeah,
yet.
we're not there
The
yet.
opposite. I think I lean farther away from the anthemic choruses, and I like it when they're just going more screamo mode because I think it fits with. For me, I'm like if I'm listening to metal, I want to feel angry.
Nah,
but also, I don't know. Maybe my opinions won't line up with that as we go forward.
I think it depends. Like, if you want to be angry, listen to like Knocked Loose or like
I mean, that's true.
Boundaries or like
Mhm.
any of these like genuinely angry bands. Like, I listen to Periphery for just like the sheer songwriting of it, and whenever they want to do a concept, a really well done concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But-
speaking of that,
Yeah.
So they didn't do a making of documentary of A Pale White Dot, but Misha gave like 1 or 2 interviews that I listened to kind of explaining the album and why. And so one of the things that hit for the entire band after P5 is they were like, the idea of writing P6 to them felt like they'd rather shoot themselves in the head.
Yeah.
P5, like they're proud of it, and there's a lot of songs on there. Like obviously they wouldn't have put it out if it wasn't, but they just didn't feel like they were resonating with anything in the way that like made them excited to keep working. And so, for like lack of a better term, the drummer Matt was like, went to Misha and was like, "What if we like made something actually like sincerely vulnerable?" And so they started talking and got really into it. Talked to the other members of the band, and they were like, actually, yeah, this feels really good. And they wrote and recorded this last year without telling anybody. And so what A Pale White Dot is each song is themed around different explorations of loneliness. Some are specific to the band members. Some are just things they think are interesting. So like, Blackwall is not necessarily an experience of theirs that they had, but they're a bunch of fucking nerds that love cyberpunk and loneliness as it exists online. So like, yeah, let's write that. Let's see what that's like. Whereas Obsession is Matt wrote that song, and it's about his struggle with OCD, and that's why that song like flips very aggressively in tone. I think like Unlocking and yeah, I think Unlocking was a Spencer song, was like something that was very personal to him. Um, Everyone Dies Alone, I think, was like Spencer wrote a lot of that. Weirdly enough, Matt wrote a lot of the lyrics for this album. Um, so like there's something to this that like as a longtime Periphery fan that is like just shy of genuinely parasocial. It's like it felt really really refreshing to hear that like there's just a sauce on this that is not on a lot of the stuff that they put out in recent years, just because they actually put themselves into it rather than like, this sounds like a cool song. They like wanted to say something with a pale white dot.
Yeah.
And like ending it on like Mark's acoustic and them playing together, that like unintentionally I think calls back to one of my favorite moments from Periphery 2 in the God oh no, which song is it? Frog and Bullfish. And they all have like the 3-part acoustic harmony, and like not having vocals on it. They just, every decision they made with this, I loved immensely. And then also, I love a big caveman moment, and Will Ramos coming in on
Yeah.
Dog. Come on, dude.
I think, is that our first feature on a Periphery album? At least
yeah,
named,
actually.
yeah.
That's the first named feature they've ever had, because in P2, John Petrucci has a solo at the end of Mile Zero, I think. But yeah, that's the first like named feature, not counting the Icarus EP, but those are just remixes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's in a
Damn, I didn't even notice that.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the what makes a Periphery number album different than like a not number album like the Juggernaut one and or a Pale White Dot?
I think it comes down to kind of like Jake was saying, like the Periphery numbered ones tend to be just like, we got some songs, let's run through them. Whereas like Juggernaut and this definitely had like a very focused thing that they wanted to do. Or at least that's how it feels. Okay. But then again, we'll get there, but I feel like P2 kind of flies in the face of that, because like there's definitely something going on with that.
Non-numbered ones are risks, so Disney can later claim they weren't canon.
Exactly.
Is this a Star Wars reference?
This might be a Star Wars reference.
That's a Star Wars reference. Also, I did see the comment that said it was in Arise, the John Petrucci solo, and you're right.
I also love Jake's just mind blown of they sidechained the cymbals with the vocals. Honestly, sure.
Yep. But yeah, that's kind of the main difference is the intent of the songs. And even in P2, they have the trilogy of songs. So like we'll talk more about that later. But like overall, that one is I think the closest to like the whole album's pretty like anti-capitalist, like fuck corporate America type beat.
I figured the P ones would have had like something continuing going on, and then the other ones would have been.
Yeah, you would think that,
kind of the opposite.
No, very sincerely, they are on record just being like, the last thing we think of are names, so it was easier to just be like Periphery 2, funny subtitle.
Yeah. I do
they
love
numbers
the
so much, they just change time signatures all the time. They're numbering their albums.
I do love the subtitles on the numbered Peripheries. Other than Jen is not a genre, that one sucks, and so does that album. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't want to say it sucks. It's just not as good as the other ones.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the gentlemen out there.
The
not
gentleman.
for me.
No.
My review of P5 was that it had more time signatures than fans. True.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you've said that about
really
Tesseract too, Hayden. So
I also did not like Tesseract's last album.
nice. All right, Kyle. What's next? What's at number 5?
I think I'm gonna do a bit of a risk. And again,
boy.
a lot of my decisions were based off of my shuffle kind of flowing me. But I think I'm gonna put the Juggernaut ones next, and I'm just gonna put them both. They're interchangeable for me because I feel like I got the.
So you don't care which one's over which?
No, they kind of both did the
Alright.
same for me, and I don't have a strong enough opinion of either of them.
All right, I have them.
I have a feeling I have one on here that might be a hot take, but
I have the Juggernauts one up from where Kyle is. I have them at 3 and 4 respectively, and I have Alpha first and then Omega second. Jake, where are the Juggernauts for you?
This is potentially my hottest take.
Ooh.
I have Juggernaut at number 1.
Yeah, it's fair. I figured that was
Ooh.
coming. Thank God I can
Okay.
get this list in. All right, everything is where it should be now. Woo!
Whee!
I don't have to do any more guessing. Thank God. All right, Kyle, why you got Juggernaut so low? Or I guess it's right in the middle.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's right in the middle. I don't think it's a bad spot by any
No,
means.
definitely not.
I would say this is where I felt kind of the standard was. This is where I was like, there wasn't really like again like with some of the stuff I was like nitpicking, like oh there might have been a couple slower songs, which now I know that Pale White Dot has a lot more like lyrical depth to it, and now I kind of want to go back. And with Periphery 1, it was just you could tell it was kind of rough, and then with the Gent 1, you could tell it was just too loud. With this, I was like, there aren't really any complaints that I really got. I think it was pretty solid all the way through. There's just, I think, a couple more on here that I like more. And that was really all I got. Like, I think this is, like, again, I'm not nearly as familiar as Jake, but I was like, this is them to a T, I would say. I was like, this is them doing what they do best.
That's fair. I did forget to mention it. Pale White Dot is 100% my, like, cutoff album. Everything that and onwards is just really good.
Yep.
Which I think reflects pretty positively on the discography as a whole, where I only have, I don't know, Clear might actually be my gatekeeper. If you're worse than Clear, you got to think about what you're doing.
Yeah. No,
but-
that is, I think that is a very fair take.
But
I agree.
As far as the Juggernauts go, I forgot how many songs I loved on this. Like, I hadn't visited these albums in a very long time, and I know I listened to Omega a lot less than Alpha, but again, my drummer kept like drilling it into my head. He's like, "No, Juggernaut Omega's so good, you need to re-listen to it a bunch." But like, I definitely still like Alpha first, and you'll notice that it has more of the type of songs that I like between like Alpha, like the title track. I think Heavy Heart is the other one that I really love. And it's got a
glass bead upon the window.
Yeah, that's the one.
Song up on the
That's
radio.
the one. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, just this shit rocks. Like, I love that it has this big concept that goes through. I love that they like reference back and like, they've got a whole fucking reprise that opens the second album. You've got little interlude tracks like The Event. It's just fantastic. It's super well written. Again, I have Alpha above because I feel like that one has tracks that I remember more, whereas Omega just feels like we're just going crazy mode. And like, I definitely like, I see the vision and I like it a lot. Like, the track Omega itself is, I think my only complaint is that doesn't end it. I think that's like my one complaint is I wish Omega was the last track. But then again, Stranger Things is an awesome closer as well. So like, I can't get that mad about it, but like, if it was me, I would have flipped them probably.
That's fair.
But, I didn't write it. And I definitely could not write it. So what does my opinion matter?
Also, I stopped seeing you for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's... Okay. Yeah, Kyle shut something down. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that was my fault. Yeah, sorry. I was pulling
back.
If I had any notes on some of this stuff.
All right, so number 1, Jake. Do you have one that you want above the other?
I go back to Omega more.
Nice. All right, flipped it.
Yeah, the concept, like again, to me, Periphery is at their best when they have a clear vision for what they're doing.
Hmm.
So for me, so far, one and two are both concept albums, different kinds of concept albums, but concept albums. Because they're just like I said earlier, like there's an epicness to what they do. Like they just
Mhm.
can't help but make it sound fucking massive. That like it just demands a story. I think.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Uh, and then just like on their own, these songs just fuck. Like I go back, like off Alpha, I go back to the Scourge a lot.
Mm.
Uh, the Scourge and 22 Faces rip. Um, but I love Heavy Heart. That's like my Heavy Heart and Alpha are like my radio songs off of that.
Mhm.
Um, but Omega just has a special place in my heart. I think the Bad Thing is just nasty.
Does
Hell
Alpha
Yeah.
Below is
interpolate a
Oh,
song?
nasty.
dude, I forgot to. Well, Alpha gets interpolated later in Omega. I
Yep.
forgot to talk about Priestess because holy fuck, that's such a good
Priestess.
song. Oh my god, that's such a good song.
Priestess is incredible. For me, Juggernaut Omega is a no skip album. If any of these songs ever come on for me, I'm listening to it.
That is very fair. It's also very easy to have a no skip album when you only got 7 tracks, but
That's
they're
fair.
all that good.
But they're long though,
That's
you know.
fair.
Yeah, that I think I literally said that to you, Jake, when you showed me it. I was like, I think because I was stupid and in college, I was like, well, why would I listen to Omega? There's only 7 tracks, and you're like, dog, one of them's like 12 minutes long,
Yeah,
and I was like, okay,
but I think this is when they like cracked the long song.
yeah,
But yeah, like the Omega's callback to Alpha gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it.
hmm
Um, Stranger Things is just so good on its own, and the little music box melody playing and starting the cycle all over again. There's just nothing about Juggernaut that I don't love, and it's to me like Kyle said, this is like them firing on all cylinders, and this is like truly. So Juggernaut was something that Misha had been wanting to do since like the demo days, like before P1. Um, there wasn't like a clear vision because Spencer kind of wrote out a lot of the story. But this was like a dream of his to do, and this came out before like between P2 and P3. So the this is like there were still some demos they were pulling from, so it wasn't like the first full everyone's writing from scratch album, but this is the first like all of us are having a say and are locked in. We know how we work together. They figured that out with P2 and Clear, and it shows. Like there's something about Juggernaut that they've never been able to recreate for me.
yeah,
Like this stands out. Like all the numbered P albums, like there's similarities between the sound and like the feel of it, but this one is like Juggernaut just stands out on its own to me. And it's the first thing that like ever got me obsessed with a band. This was when I was like, oh, I'm in this.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
Cool. So is there like a larger story going through all this?
Yeah,
Lord dump?
it's yeah. So essentially, it's just the story of a cult that tried to give like essentially birth a form of the Antichrist, and
Okay.
you're following his journey breaking out of the cult while also dealing with the demons, both literally and figuratively inside him.
Mm.
So all of Alpha is breaking free of the cult while also giving into the desires to kill, to fight, to be like a beast.
Mm.
Once we get into Omega, there's a lot of the reflecting on that. The Bad Thing being like the PTSD of it. Every time he opens his eyes, he's seeing a grave, he's seeing eyes, he's seeing this, that, or the other. Get So Help with Priestess. Graveless is a, hey, I'm going to kill myself song. Hell Below is a literal descent into hell. Omega facing your demons, Stranger Things overcoming them. But the cycle starts over because we all have our demons, dude. But it's that's the story in a nutshell.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, going in and like picking apart the lyrics. Like Spencer does a phenomenal job, like bringing things back up and having these lyrics carry forward. And even again, like part of the shit that pisses me off in P5, he references lyrics from Juggernaut in P5 that don't go nowhere. They're just there, and it's like it's cute, but I expect more.
Yeah.
Once you start doing it, I'm expecting you to like really commit to it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
like a spin-off story or something from it.
Something. Yeah. But yeah, that's Juggernaut.
Cool.
All right, Kyle, what's next? What's
Number
your
three?
number 3?
I think it's gotta be Hail Stan.
That's entirely fair. I've got that at number 5. Where you got
That's
that?
what I
Jake?
figured.
Respect. Hail Stan, I have at number 4.
All right, so right below.
P4 for number 4.
Fair enough.
I mean, I should have put it at number 1 for name alone, but alas.
Also, for me, move clear down 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting what's going on up here, Kyle, for us too, I must say.
Yeah. I think I know what's going to happen here.
I don't think you do.
I'm genuinely curious. I think Paul might have like put a little earworm in me about what his number 1 was, which might have like subconsciously influenced me.
Oh, did I?
Or I was just I'm not sure. You might have made like one small comment. Either that or I was just like in a good mood the day I was listening to this one, so I was like, yeah, this one's sticking out to me. But I think I know what your number 1 is. I think it's matching mine. So my number 2 is probably also matching you. But
we'll find out soon enough. All right, what do you got on Hail Stan?
This one I just felt like was them doing like a more like from what I remember, like a heavier kind of like sound. Like it definitely felt a bit more angrier, and I appreciated that. And that's why like for me, like it was either this go in there or the Juggernaut ones, and I went back and forth. But I was like, I kind of like that this one for me sonically stands out between the next 2 and 1, because I feel like the 2 and 1 that I'm doing next, so Periphery 2, Periphery 3, and Juggernaut, have a somewhat like similar-ish vibe, even though they're different. I feel like they kind of gave me similar feelings, I think. So I was like, I kind of wanted to put Hail Stan there, just because I felt like it kind of stood out among them a bit more, just because it felt a bit more angrier and louder. And I appreciated that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think.
Sorry again.
I remember when I first heard this album, I did not care for it. I was like, it's fine. And then my drummer was like, you gotta go back and re-listen to it. It's so good. And I was like, okay,
Dog, I gotta hang out with your drummer, dude.
Dude, he is incredible. Like, just the dude can do anything. He's like cancer survivor, fucking cracked at drums. But yeah, he's the fucking GOAT. If anything, I am so happy for my time in Bedroom Floor just because I got to meet Austin, Jesse, and Logan, because they're just fucking they're the best. But he was like, you got to go back and listen to P4. It's got so many good songs. And that was when I went back and re-listened, because I think I only really remembered Reptile and Blood Eagle, because like I would try to listen to it and then I have to sit through all nearly 17 minutes of Reptile, and I'm just like, well, here we go. It's a great song. Do not get me wrong. That song rocks. I am just not always in the mood to listen to all 17 minutes of Reptile. It's a long fucking song.
It's fair, dog.
Blood Eagle's fucking awesome. I love the harmonics that they're doing on that. And it sounds so different from like most of the other like, you know, panic chords and like stuff that other bands that I listen to use. Garden in the Bones is awesome. It's Only Smiles is a fantastic track. Like, it's just that, I think, is like the closest we get to like radio rock Periphery on this one. Oh god, what's he doing back there?
Feeding my cat.
But yeah, It's Only Smiles is a fantastic like radio rock track.
Yeah.
And then I got to Crush, and I was like, oh, this is the one. What a fucking song. Like,
yeah,
I didn't think I would get new metal Periphery, and I didn't think I would get it in like 2019, but Turned out I had to
And
go
then
back.
you get it again in 2026
Yeah.
with Blackwall.
I gotta re-listen to Blackwall because I don't remember that one
Blackwall
as
is
much.
just Crush, and I love Crush, and I love Blackwall.
Yeah. Crush is just fantastic, man. And then like, yeah, it's a fantastic album overall. I feel like it flows very, very well. There's like not much to say other than it's just real darn good. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's all I can really say about it. What do you got, Jake?
No, I'm right there with you. Again, like Blood Eagle, when they dropped that single, I was like, this fucks. For me, it was the same when they dropped Mr. God on the last one. It's like they're coming in with the who the fuck pissed off Periphery.
Yeah.
What was next? I'm trying to remember the singles they put out. I think
Reptile
after that
was
was
a
Garden
single.
in the Bones. Reptile was a single?
Yeah, Reptile was a single, and that's a fucking psycho move, I gotta say. Because what do you mean you're
Yeah.
putting out a 17-minute
hell
song
yeah.
as a goddamn single?
So,
At least I think
fun
it
thing
was.
about that, this was a running joke that is in the community and the band is that they're desperate to write an album that is under 45 minutes.
Yeah.
A Pale White Dot is close. It's, I think, 47 minutes?
47, 37.
Yeah, so they got close. But when they started writing P4,
It's the guitarist
like,
nephew that's in Dream Theater.
They started writing P4, and they're like, "All right, so we're gonna write an album under an hour." And then they started Reptile, and they were like, "Oh, we don't want to shorten this," but they felt bad about how long it was in making Spencer do shit. So they were like, "All right, we're gonna pitch this to Spencer by getting him really fucking high." And we're gonna start playing the song, and he's just sitting there. And they were like, "We get like they were like 8 minutes in, and Spencer's like, wait, is this the same song?" And they were like, "No." But like Reptile is one of my favorite songs of theirs. Period. I do listen to Reptile fairly regularly. Yeah, It's Only Smiles fucks. Garden in the Bones fucks. A little questionable about Spencer leaning really into Native American imagery and then having a whole
I didn't even notice that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I noticed it either.
Oh.
Dude, Spencer's politics are kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
Which
it
I'll talk
sounds
about
like
in
it.
P3.
Ooh.
But overall, yeah, it's just a really good fucking album. The only gripe that I have with this is the ending of Satellites. The Suck My Balls at the end of Satellites was when I finally was like pissed. And I was like, "What? Take this seriously, guys." This song was beautiful.
Wait,
it's a beautiful song.
No, you gotta be joking here.
No, it's in there, dog.
You gotta be
Very
joking.
last line. It's Jake Bowen going, "Suck my balls."
Oh, with like the little like thing at the end.
Yeah, right at the very end. Like, guys, come on. Come on, guys.
I don't know. That's pretty good.
It's like, it is good.
That's a straight South Park
I was
bit.
gonna say, get ready to hear that in No Business. Next No
It's
Business
just such a
album,
like.
Paul's doing the
It
same
is
thing.
just such
No,
a
I take it
huge,
seriously.
emotionally powerful song, and that's how you end it. That was the first time that I was like, just for once, what if we tried?
That is
So
such
just,
a
like,
that's such a like a
seriously.
South Park bit right there.
It literally is. I think it is.
God.
But yeah, I agree. It's just a good fucking album, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've drank too much water. Can I call a potty break before we get to top 2?
Yes, please.
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Woo! Actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll go P2 actually. Sorry. Oh, we're all going. Be right back.
Well, Chad, I'm first back. So here we are. This has been a good one. This has been a very fun one. I'm not going to talk through to the other side because nobody's here yet. But, yeah, this, man.
Look at that timing.
I know.
Perfect.
You guys sliding right in.
We're all synced up.
See, I got the
Yeah,
bathroom
cycles are in
right
sync.
behind me here. That shit rocks.
Same. Right there.
I do too, but I go upstairs because that bathroom sometimes has spiders in it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, mine has
Yeah,
a
no.
spider in it, but I let him be.
Yeah.
He ain't bothered me yet, so he can stay. He eats other bugs, so like I don't fucking care.
I try to avoid seeing them as less as possible,
No,
so I don't
my-
have to feel the need to kill
If
them.
my fiance hears that, she'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But you know, the
I was
spider.
brave and didn't kill a spider a couple days ago.
Hell yeah.
I also kind of felt bad because it was in our basement and one of our friends was spending the night, and I'm like, "Hey, just so you know, there's a spider down there. Have fun."
Yeah. My
It's big and
guitarist.
scary, but I'm going upstairs.
My guitarist was like, "Yeah, there's a wolf spider that lives in my walls, but like he hasn't bothered me, and I don't get a lot of other bugs down here, so he could stay."
Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
All
Number
right.
2.
Number 2, more like number 3, because it's Periphery 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that at number 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
Whoa!
that is my favorite Periphery album.
plot twist.
It was not even a question walking into this, not a question walking out of it.
Wow.
Should I assume this is your lower of the two, Jake?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have assumed that anyways, because like the other one left is P2.
Yeah.
Kyle, why you got this one at number 2?
So this was the one where it kind of frustrated me because I wish again, like I said earlier, like I kind of wish I just got to listen to one album and then go from there, because this was the one where I think on my way to work this morning, and a couple of songs from this came on, and I was like, you know what, I'm starting to get into it a little bit fine. Like, you know, I'm like, I think it's starting to click a little bit. And I think like this, it's hard with 8 albums, you know, and like it's even
Yeah.
when outside of just like being very out of my element in this genre, like when we do a lot of the other bands too, and it's like 8, a lot of times it's hard to kind of keep up. It's like, all right, I can listen like
Yeah, like
once,
we did
maybe
like
twice, and then I'm, you know,
we did like
even with
Fallout
Linkin
Boy.
Park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Linkin Park and Fallout Boy, like they both have long discographies, and like
Yeah.
eventually there's just, you know.
Yeah. So with that, and on top of just like being out of my element, I was like, if I like, and I think like this was kind of the one that kind of was like speaking in that direction of like, hey, you know, like if you actually sat there, because like certain stuff like this, I like 2018 to 2020, Kyle, I would have ate this up. Like I was into like some like prog rock and stuff. Like I liked Haken or Haken, however you pronounce it.
Haken.
Yeah, back then, like I liked their 2018 album and the one after that. So I was
Cockroach
like,
King.
yeah, that's a
Or I
banger
think it's
song.
The Mountain is the album, but Cockroach
It's-
King is the song.
Yeah. Cockroach King is the song. That song slaps. But so,
Also, if you liked that and haven't listened to Haken's The Virus,
I have listened to that one. Yeah, I got
okay.
those. What's the red one before that with the?
Vector.
Yeah, I got Vector and Virus on vinyl. Those are like the two big
I
ones
just wanted
from
to make sure that you've
Yeah.
listened to the Cockroach King suite off of Virus.
Oh yeah, I have. I ate that thing up. When you guys were talking
Yeah.
about what was it, Reptile last time being 17 minutes long, I was like, they should just cut it up like that. It's made of a
Yeah.
5-piece. Bada bing, bada boom. But yeah, no, I wanted to get back in the day. I wanted to get Mountain on vinyl, but like every time they repress it, they're like, it's $60, and I'm like, no, I don't need that.
No.
But yeah, I think this one was just kind of the one where it was like everything was kind of starting to come together, and I was like, man, I might have to go back to some of this, like if I have time, just like on my own, because it really might start like clicking more. I think it's just you can't speed run this kind of music, in my opinion, unless maybe you have the chops that you guys have, like used to listening to stuff like this.
Or we've just been listening to it for the last
yeah, that's what I
has it
mean. Like
been,
you got the
Yeah.
well, that
10
too,
years since you showed more than 10 years since you showed me Periphery.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
everything before P3 was out at that point, so then I was just there for the release of the rest of them.
hmm
Yeah, admittedly
Yeah,
that's
and I wish.
Oh, okay, Kyle's still going.
Oh.
Never mind.
I was just gonna say, I wish I could have like wrote the names down of the songs that I was listening to in the car, but you know, I can't write and drive. But yeah, whichever
Yeah.
ones they were, I was really kind of like, yeah, these ones are. Again, and again, maybe having more experience, they would switch. But I was like, yeah, I think I'm just like felt similarly to what was going on in Juggernaut. But I think I was just enjoying the ones on here better, where I was like, it's very technical, production's pretty solid, pretty nice, and yeah. And also, I like the name. Select difficulty's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this one. This is what I love about Periphery. I love Radio Rock Periphery. I know that is absolutely not why most people listen to the band. But God, I love just when they write straightforward rock songs, they're just really fucking good. And even some of these straightforward rock songs are not that straightforward when you really dig into them. Like I think Loon's in like 7/4 or something, isn't it? 7/8.
Something.
It's in something like that, but it doesn't fucking feel like it. And that is like that's what I love is when, you're doing all these technical like, okay, shut the fuck up, Jake. I know you're about to get okay, it's 7/8. Okay. I thought he was about to be like I thought he was about to be like actually it's 2 bars of 4/4 and then it's a bar of 3/4 and then it's a bar of 2/1. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I thought it was going to be some shit like that and I was be like
Jake, I see you and I respect you.
Listen, this
also
is the
fellow Linkin Park Jake.
Yeah, this is my guy. This is the guy who's doing the New No Business album. That's why I've hired him. He knows what he's actually talking about.
Yeah, dude.
It's 4 bars of 4/4 and then goes to 7/8
screw
every
that. 6/8 is just 3/4 but faster. Changed my mind.
Yeah, it's waltz tempo. Music is just math, bro. Reduce your fractions.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I love Radio Rock Periphery. This is also the first one that I was like there for the release of. So admittedly, it's gonna hold some nostalgic value based on that. But I just like every freaking song on this thing is so good. I think the only one that I don't like care for all that much is Habitual Line Stepper, and even that one's still great. But like, Price is Wrong. I love it. It opens with the fucking blast beats. Motor Mouth, I love the chorus of with just like that nasty, like syncopated thing. Marigold is one of the ones that I think it calls back to something on P2. It's like the second I think it's Have a Blast. Because Have a Blast at one point does that like I think like on the bridge. Maybe it's not that one, but there's a song like real early in P2 that I heard that and I was like, that's just Marigold. There might be a one note difference if I'm being honest. It might be on some Vanilla Ice shit, but like I hear it and I'm not that insane.
There goes da 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 da.
But I think the real highlights are obviously Loon. We've already talked about. That's an incredible one. That one really appeals to like the emotional listening, as Kyle dubbed it. But I love Way News Goes, Remain Indoors, and Aslam. I mean, Flatline, Catch Fire. It's all so good. I love all of it. But like, I think Remain Indoors is my big one. I started playing that. I started playing that in front of my drummer the other day, and he was like, "Oh fuck, I know it. And I was like, "Yeah." We've been sound checking like every show with Aslam, but our guitarist doesn't know it, so he just gets left out.
Hey man, you just gotta get good.
We're just like, you know what? We're just gonna play the fucking funny bass and drum song. But
when you have the option to do that, then do that.
Exactly. But yeah, I think this is just like this is the best of their writing. They wrote really damn good songs, and again, like I'm kind of a caveman when it comes to music. I write almost exclusively in like 4/4 and like just try to write the catchiest shit that I can. So like I really appreciate this for that metric of it.
Everything's in 4/4 if you know how to count right.
Yeah,
That's
true.
my motto.
If you force it hard enough.
Yeah.
All of that. I mean, the only reason it's lower for me is it's the album. It's an album that I don't go back to a lot outside of maybe like 1 or 2 songs. But when I'm listening to it, like if I want to sit down and just like keep listening, like I have so much fun with it. It just captured me a little less than the others in the long term. And But yeah, I mean everything that you like, Marigold. I like. This is the album that I think made Periphery like more mainstream, for lack of a better term. This is
This
the album that got the most eyes on them.
Yeah, this I
This was
feel
also the
like
first
this was
time
the
they
one
were
that made
nominated for a
them. This was the
Grammy.
one that made them a household name. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like before that, it was like obviously we're all in Maryland. That's where the band's from, and like any of like
Yeah.
the prog metal fans would have known who they are. I think with this one, it was very easy for anybody who was just like a metalcore or like rock fan to get into them. Like myself. Like
Yeah.
again, I had listened to some of it and like enjoyed it a lot when you had showed it to me. But like this really connected with me, who was much more into just like general metalcore and like rock and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, to me, Periphery 3, to like give comparisons, is like their Sempiternal,
Yeah,
or it's their no, I think that's probably the better
I think that is
comparison.
definitely the best way you could have put it. It is very much their sempiternal. Like this is the turning point of like we have made the most accessible thing that this band can possibly make. It has skyrocketed their like levels of
Yeah,
popularity. Like it, yeah,
and for the most part, like outside of a handful of songs, at least as far as I'm aware, like Absalom, um, this is the first time that they all were like, we're going to start from scratch. I think Absalom is one of the few demos that Misha made back in fucking God knows when,
yeah,
that Spencer went back to and was just like, oh, I feel inspired by this, and like wrote a melody to it, and they all loved it. Um, but this is like the first time that they all were like, we're kind of starting from scratch or pulling from our own little like riffs or grooves, and this is like what this iteration of Periphery sounds like in its purest form, which is why I think for a lot of people and a lot of Periphery fans, Periphery 3 does kind of feel like that. Um, yeah, Marigold, The Way the News Goes, Loon, all absolute bangers. Absalom's a banger. I also love Prayer Position. I think that song goes fucking hard as hell.
yeah. That one's really good.
The Price is Wrong was the first time they were ever nominated for a Grammy.
Oh, really?
Yep, they didn't win. And also, I remember when that came out, I went, why that song?
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like you could have
Of
picked.
all of these, why that one?
Yeah, like I get it. It was the lead single, but like I feel like there's
Yeah, but
way more
Marigold
songs on
came
this
out right
album.
after. Just do
They
Yeah.
probably just spun a wheel. I don't trust the Grammys to actually have listened to the albums. They probably just said, "Well, this is one of those metal bands." Spin
That's
wheel.
fair.
We'll
Hold
pick that
on,
song.
I gotta
Again,
hold on. Gotta do some googling.
similarly to that, and this is another band to throw on the list if you haven't already, and if you get there, bring me back, please, is Spirit Box.
Oh, what a
They
band!
they
They
had
gotta
a
get
song.
they gotta get 4 releases or 4 albums out first, and then we can
Yeah.
talk about Spirit Box. So
We have a
We'll
we'll be talking
4-album
about them in like
minimum.
2035 at this rate.
Yeah. Lucky
Oh
for
wait,
Paul.
yeah, because it's
I
3
would count-
albums and an EP.
I would
Yeah.
count the Jade, whatever that was.
as an album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
Lucky
you
for
count it
Paul,
as an album, they have 4 albums.
Do they?
Yeah, they have the Mara Effect, which was their first album that came out before Eternal Blue.
Oh, I did not know there was anything before Eternal Blue. I'm going to be so honest.
Yep.
Um,
Because Holy Roller put them on the map, and then Eternal Blue came after that,
Yeah.
and is a perfect album.
yeah, August Burns Red's 2 Grammy Award nominations, if we're to believe the Google AI, that automatically gets fucking added to
Oh.
every Google search. Here, I'm just
Yeah.
going to go to their website. Yeah, so they got Best Metal Performance for Invisible Enemy off of Phantom Anthem, which I could agree with that one. And then Identity off of that one. But,
Jake
No.
Blessed Be is unmatched. You are correct.
Spirit Box's best song was a single. I think I need to dive back in. But
I have
That-
considered
Dude,
proposing.
Tsunami Sea is really good, in my opinion. I think that album fucking rips. But
I didn't
for
like it.
P3,
Okay,
yeah.
off track a little bit. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
like it as much as Eternal Blue. However, I like a lot of the risks that they took on a lot of those songs. Like they were just like,
Yeah.
we don't care about making Eternal Blue 2. We're gonna make fucking just whatever the hell comes to mind, or like we have these like
Yeah.
really cool ideas and we're not going to water them down because like, oh, we have to make Eternal Blue again. It has to sound like this. Like specifically,
And with the
what was that fucking song?
It's like even with the cross pollination, you have no loss, no love bleeding into either obsession or talk off of a pale white dot.
Oh, like Periphery singles?
Yeah, it's that break beat that's kind of in the background and Courtney's doing the like spoken word bit.
Yes, that's the one.
One of those.
That's the track.
Yeah, that song is my favorite song off of this, followed by Black Rainbow. But that little like breakbeat bit, I forget which song in a pale white dot, but they pull that into one of their songs.
Yeah. Yeah, if we ever do Spirit Box, we'll have to do a double guest episode because I gotta have Hayden on for that too.
I mean, if you want to break the 4-album rule, I'll gladly put Black Midi on my wheel too. So they got
maybe
3 albums.
we do 1 week where we really break the rule and we just break it to do 2.
Yeah, or if there's like if anybody in Spirit Box has like a side project or something.
We could do all of I Wrestled a Bear Once.
Yeah, I was about to say I Wrestled a Bear Once.
The old band of the vocalist and the guitarist, and maybe more members. I don't actually remember.
We could always collab that.
It's just the vocalist and guitarist.
I thought about asking you that, Paul, for Black Midi because both of the or 2 of the 3 members went out and wrote their own solo projects.
So you saw them live, dog? That's crazy.
How much Iwabo is there? 1,
Iwabo.
2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4.
There's more than
there's 4 for Iwabo. So we could do Iwabo and Spirit Box.
And then the 2 Spirit Box albums.
I mean, we could do that. We'll talk about that later. Jake, P, thoughts? Or you
can just throw it on the wheel, and if we,
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, those are my Periphery 3 thoughts. It's just solid. It's not one that I go back to as much, but it holds a special place in my heart.
Very fair. All right.
And all that's left.
So if you're counting or looking at the grid, Kyle's got P2 at number 1. I have it at number 2. Jake's got it at number 3 or 4. You know, he counted Juggernaut.
3.5.
I'm counting it as 3.
Yeah, number 3. High marks for this one all around. Obviously, I think this is the most no-brainer for everybody to have it high.
Yeah.
Kyle, what'd you like about P2 so much?
So again, I said earlier, I think you mentioned something like briefly, or made like a very slight comment about something with P2, which I think put high expectations. And on top of that, I think I was outside, so maybe the sun was giving me some extra positive vibes when I was listening to it. And ultimately, I think, and it was funny because I think at first I wasn't a huge fan of it, but as time went on, I grown to like it. There's a lot of like dorky lyrics about like beating the darkness and rising from the light and stuff. And I'm like, this is dumb. And then as it went on, I was like, it's kind of fun though. I was like, it's dorky in a fun way. I was like, and that's why I was asking about like stories and stuff, because I was like, I kind of want to know if there's like some kind of overarching story. I feel like I'm like in a space fight right now, and like, if I had the time, I would have went back. But I was like, I got 6 other albums to listen to still. But I was like, yeah, I just kind of thought it was fun, and like, I know like typically when I go for metal, I'm expecting angry, and I think this was one of those exceptions where it was like, it wasn't necessarily feeling angry, but I was still like having fun. Like it felt dorky, and I was okay with that, and it was nice. I was like, this is just fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's probably the best way to put it. Like, I just had fun with it,
Yeah, I feel like when you were talking about like, oh, I wish I could just listen to like one album for a month, my immediate thought was like, well, we probably could have done with that with P2.
Yeah, well,
I feel like we could have done that with we could have either done that with P2 or Juggernaut, and I think we would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think like, as much as I love P3, it is exactly what it is at face value. There's not a lot of digging to do there. Mm-hmm. It's a collection.
It's a bit shorter
really good
too,
songs.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
because P2 was the one that made me think it, because I was like, it sounds like something's going on here. Well, and this would be something I'd be willing to sit in and dive into more.
Well, when they repeat the same lyrics in like half the songs, and like have
on the rise from the shadow of the death
somewhere in time.
Yeah, sing it, ball.
Yeah. Man, I think this is the album I think of when I think of Periphery. It's a number 2 because I like P3 better. I think that is literally the only thing I have to say is just like I like it better. Sue me. The trio, as you alluded to earlier, Jake, of Muramasa, Ragnarok, and Masamune, just absolute peak. I feel like at some point I gotta like just put those 3 in a playlist and listen to them all back to back.
Yes.
But I mean, just like it was very cool going through this one again because I think this is one I have not listened to in a while. Like this was probably the one I listened to consistently the most when you lent me all of your Periphery CDs freshman year of college.
What's the CD, Paul?
CDs nuts.
Fuck!
I
got him. But there's just
wait till I hit you with the mind goblin.
Oh no! But I'm weak to mind damage. Yeah, I think this one is just like this is the Periphery album. Like I don't think there's any question about it. It's them doing exactly what they do. I love that there is like at least a little bit of a theme tying everything together. And it's got Scarlet on it. Like I think I don't think we really need to talk about that one all that much. That I feel like was the first like radio rock Periphery song that ever came out. And it's so exceptional. It is so exceptional. Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't really have much else to say. Like obviously like I could list off songs all the time on here, but like Make Total Destroy is awesome. I wish I would have gotten to hear more of this the one time I saw them live, but I also saw them right after P3 came out. And I don't remember which of these 2 they didn't play. It might have been both. But they either didn't do Ragnarok or they didn't do Make Total Destroy, and I don't remember which, but I was mad. Let me see if I can find that set list.
Ragnarok.
Probably not Ragnarok. Jumping in on what Jake's bringing up in there, Periphery 2 is a weird album that I think for fans is like, that's Periphery. And it's just so iconic. But god damn it, they didn't have the worst time making that album. And Misha hates Taylor Larson, dude.
Yeah.
Taylor Larson was the mix engineer and the producer for that, and by that I mean he was supposed to be, and then it ended up being them fighting him all the time, and it was Nolly learning how to do everything because they were so annoyed at Taylor.
Yeah.
It was not a fun process for them, and Misha's been a lot more like transparent about that in recent years.
Well, they're not on Sumerian anymore, so he doesn't have to be on untransparent.
Oh, we got Taylor T.
Yeah, Mr.
Dog,
Mr.
I gotta hang out with you, man. I'm so.
I gotta get I gotta get the gang together. We'll have like a core kids cookout or something like that.
God, dude, yes. Just tell me when and where, dog. I'm there.
I'll try and arrange something.
But yeah, like P2. So the way I think about P2, I think about it very similarly to how I think about my taste in video games, where I think right now, if I had to say, I think like my favorite game that I've played in the last while that I think about on like an emotional level is a game that used to be called Backbone and is now called Tales Noir. It was just like an indie game that I reviewed when I was at Screen Rant that I just was like stuck thinking about for a really long time. Technically speaking, though, I think my favorite game could also be Lies of P, because it is the game that I have replayed the most.
Interesting.
Even though I wouldn't say it's my favorite in how it like exists in like my mind and my emotional like being in the way that Juggernaut and A Pale White Dot do. But technically speaking, Periphery 2 has the most plays of I think anything I've ever listened to ever.
So it's kind of like fun versus like emotional, you know?
Exactly. Like I have a lot of nostalgia for P2, but so I found Periphery in high school, and my first exposure was Make Total Destroy, and at the time I didn't like it because Spencer was singing, and I was like, "That's pussy shit. It's not screaming all the way through." Like I was like that.
This guy's
My
singing, he
favorite,
has no talent.
well, the band I listened to the most at the time was Born of Osiris,
Ah,
and
well,
so
that'll do it.
Born of Osiris was opening for Periphery when they came to play Soundstage,
Mm.
and me and my band at the time went. They were going to see Periphery. I was going to see Born of Osiris, and by the end of that show, they were playing Periphery 2 because it had just come out. I was like, I have never been more wrong about a band,
Mm.
and that's when I fell into this because I got to see. They open with Muramasa. They hit Ragnarok. I don't think they closed with Masamune, but they put it in there. Like I got the trifecta live. I got Make
Mm.
Total Destroy live. Got Icarus Lives live. That was just like I got peak Periphery right all in one go, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then going back
Mm.
to this, like heard Scarlet. Um, and then yeah, just like as time has gone on, I think this album has just aged so well and is still like so influential for prog metal. Like it's not dated in the least. Um, Luck is a Constant, I think, is the best guitar solo I've ever heard. Like dual guitar solo with Misha and Jake.
Mm.
Mm.
Um, there's just that it's just got that sauce on it. I don't know what else to say about it. Like there's again a album of no skips on here.
Mm.
G, Have a Blast, I've grown to really appreciate. Facepalm Mute is just fun for just gent kids.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a story going on here,
So you have a
or sort of, kind of?
story in Muramasa, Ragnarok, and Masamune.
Okay.
Kind of.
Mm.
They do lyrically and instrumentally just have the same things going on,
Mm. Some
but
like
in
motifs.
general, this kind of does the same thing that a Pale White Dot does, where
Mm.
it's conceptual thematically more than like an
Yeah.
actual story.
Mm.
Okay.
Like so, like for example, like Have a Blast, Facepalm Mute, G, and Scarlet are all about like it's super anti-capitalist, stuck in a corporate state of mind. How do you break free? Drop the pen in Staples. Um, Scarlet is just a free yourself from the bonds. It's just real commie coded. Um, Make Total Destroy, same thing. That song's just all about like pulling back the curtain, who's behind it, and as soon as you find out who's behind it, stomp their head into the stones. It is like really heavy on that, but then you get songs like Arise that are like super introspective. Uh,
Mm.
Mile Zero that I think, if I'm remembering right, um, I feel like I remember reading somewhere or hearing somewhere online that's a song about Spencer like losing a friend. So
Mm.
that's like a very personal song to Spencer. And there's like at the end of that song, there's like a clacking sound that's him throwing his headphones off of him at the end of that like vocal take.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
so there's definitely like some personal things in here too. So it's like you get an album that's taking itself seriously in some songs. You're getting an album that has a thematic concept and a literal concept and like explorations of emotions. It's like my favorite things out of Juggernaut and my favorite things out of A Pale White Dot are all also in this. They're just not as fleshed out as those two
Mm.
albums are, but they're there, they're present.
Yeah.
And I think
Cool.
it's like that combination of things and that they're just really fucking good songs has
Mm.
me coming back to Periphery 2 time and time and time again.
Mm.
Um, but the only reason, like I said, that I keep it at uh, number 3 and that I don't think it would ever be lower than that is Juggernaut just feels very unique and holds a very special place in my heart that in a way
Mm.
that I think about a lot. And A Pale White Dot, there's some recency bias. I think A Pale White Dot and Periphery 2 have the potential to kind of switch for me over time.
Mm.
But it was refreshing as a fan, like I said, having an album where it was like, we're not going to joke, we're not going to like throw in a joke or we're not going to meme on anything. this is a
No ball
very
sucking.
sincere and vulnerable, no ball sucking.
Yeah.
It was like a very sincere, vulnerable, like it felt grown up.
Mhm.
Like they finally were like, let's like do this and get like take a risk. I think it paid off. And those are the only reasons those two sit above P2 for me. Otherwise,
Mhm.
I do think P2 could be my number one. Like my top three are really interchangeable.
Mhm. Cool.
That's my P2 rant. Thank you all for listening.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for ranting.
Yeah. I was scrolling through Have a Blast to find the motor mouth, or not motor mouth, marigold part. It's like right at like 208 when they start that. And like again, I think it might be like a note or two off, but it's so similar.
Oh, no, I'm pulling it up now.
Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's not. Is it facepalm mute?
Are you thinking of like the opening synth?
No, the opening synth sounds like it, but I can't find where it changes.
Well, I also want to interject here, just to clarify something.
Yeah.
I do not think that August Burns Red is a better band than Periphery. I just want to make that clear. I just think I think I just had a better time because of how, like, doing it in this kind of way, and it was more fascinating to compare albums that were so similar versus like I just preferred that more. I like this better as a sound, and I just wanted to clarify that.
I also like
Yeah.
Periphery like is my favorite band, clearly.
Mhm.
I also am like I just in general, I've gotten used to like over the course of my life being like most of the music that I love, very few people also tend to love that I've met. And so like I've learned to not get like I don't really care if someone like if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, and
Yeah.
that's fine.
Mhm.
And even if you were like, yeah, I prefer August Burnt, like, yeah, that's just what
Yeah.
you like, dog. I
Mhm.
don't mind.
No, I mean that's fair. But it's like I do think I would prefer to listen to probably. Hold on, let me go back to my tops real quick. Maybe either from Pale White Dot or from Juggernaut up, than like probably any of the other.
Yeah.
Maybe there's one maybe August Burns Red album that maybe would get like meshed above one of those. But outside of that, like if we had to combine the rankings, but yeah, I get you too because most of the music I like people don't like as well. So
Yeah. But like to that as well, like you find me ripping Constellations.
Mm.
Like I fuck with August Burns Red.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, again, by no means am I trying like to diss them either. I just wanted to be clear. I was like, technically, I think these guys are just kind of blowing him out of the water.
Nah, like and also you know like Periphery as a band, I think do exist in this like really interesting spot where they kind of accidentally pioneered or became like the touchstone of a whole new like subgenre that like is still finding itself getting fleshed out
Yeah.
in a way that like yeah it definitely is like said it's like I find it hard to talk about Periphery sometimes because it is just like they are at their best sometimes a metalcore band, but it still doesn't feel quite like that.
Yeah.
But like Paul was like you were saying, like their fucking metalcore rock anthem songs sometimes are the best fucking things that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling insane trying to find this part. I swear it's got to be in Have a Blast because it's the same thing as that like
wrong,
like the
Paul.
violin at the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing it when I like scan through quickly.
Dude, and here's the thing. I believe you. They're so self-referential.
Yeah.
When you're
like
writing
12
shit
notes.
when you write shit that's that good, you're gonna reference your own shit.
That is also true, Kyle. There are only 12 notes in music.
There are 12 notes.
Yeah.
And
I swear there's a part in it that it like
honorary Icarus EP goes to the very bottom.
Is that the remix one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that was bad, and I was like, if you're saying that's bad, then it's
which is like, so there are some outlier, there are like some shines there where like you
Mm.
have they re-record or remixed, not in the remix way, but in the actual like going in and changing the mix of Icarus Lives. There's a different version of Jetpacks Was Yes, that's good. Frack the Gods and Captain On are good songs, but like not up to snuff in my opinion with a lot of the other stuff that we talked about. But like the remixes of Icarus Lives, I do think are ass.
There's a Zed
And my
remix,
least favorite
which
of
is
all of them
crazy.
is Zed's.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I just love that
What
they
did
were
he
like,
do?
yeah,
He
let's
sounds
get
familiar.
Zed.
Clarity, I think, right?
Yeah.
Is that
I
it?
think it's a
Okay,
good
yeah.
one.
I was like, he's definitely been on some kind of mainstream pop song.
No,
Yeah.
Zed's like kind of a crazy pull for Periphery to have
Oh,
had
yeah.
in 2011.
They knew. Yeah, dude. Clarity. I'm seeing a song called The Middle, and then Stay the Night. I know.
Just take some time.
Yeah, I don't think it's that one.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the fucking baby. Why won't you just meet
Oh,
me
I
in
hate
the
that song.
middle? Yeah, that song
Oh.
fucking
I'm not a fan.
sucks.
Yeah, I love me some pop music, but I hate me some pop music too. So.
I love me some prog,
Oh
and I
my
hate
God,
me some prog.
I'm scrolling through the top Zed songs, and I'm like, oh, I unfortunately know all of these. Now I need to erase that from my.
I think
feed.
I do too. I think it just was against my will.
Ooh, let's not do that either.
I'm just
That's
in like
cool.
I'm just at like some clothing store and it's on.
I was like, oh, I can't have my last listened to artist on Spotify be showing up as Zed, and then I clicked shuffle on my Paul Timers playlist, and immediately Ice Nine Kills came up, and I was like, ooh, we can't have it be that either. Now it's like Boss to Flames. We're good. We're safe.
All right.
As far as I know. Yeah, I think
But we did it.
We freaking did it. Oh, I looked up my set list for the one that I saw, and it was they opened with Scarlet, and then did Luck is a Constant, The Way News Goes, Marigold, Remain Indoors, The Bad Thing, Flatline, Memento, which it says is a Haunted Shores cover.
They played a Haunted Shores song. That's interesting.
Guess so. And then Make Total Destroy. So Ragnarok was the one they didn't play.
Got it.
Price is Wrong, and then
Dude,
they did
Seeing Stranger Things live.
And I didn't even know. It was wasted on me.
God damn.
And then yeah,
also,
encore of Four Lights, Stranger Things, and then closing with Loon. Man, Soundstage may as well have not had a fucking barricade for that. I don't think they did, but they may as well have not had one because everybody in that venue was on stage for that.
Yeah, no, I saw when I got to see them play Loon live. It was at the Fillmore.
What a venue!
And that was the Contortionist opened for them in that show, and that was crazy. No, oh wait, Paul, maybe that's a question.
No, it wasn't mine. Mine was Tooth Grinder, Chan in Sixth.
Chan
Chan was playing the Periphery show. I think I also earlier that year saw them with Joyce Manor, possibly. Which was very
the
funny.
Craziest people on tour with them sometimes.
Yeah.
With just the picks.
They're just like fuck it.
That tour for me was the Contortionist, Sixth, and Norma Jean. Pretty sure.
I want to look up these tour flyers because I remember there was an Insano lineup, and I remember what the flyer looked like.
Oh, was it like a festival?
No, it was like a Periphery tour, and the lineup was insanity for the time. I'm gonna make that real big fucking asterisk right there.
For the time.
Yeah, because Dance Gavin Dance was one of the bands.
What happened to Dance Gavin Dance?
No,
did the whole band just explode?
Yeah, several times.
Yeah.
That's what it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, they just keep taking their vocalist to the farm and
Yeah,
finding
it's
a
like
new one.
every year or two they would just I would just like be like, and something happened, and somebody left. Somebody
Yeah, that
exploded.
would be
Like, all right.
it would be preferable if they were doing that to their vocalist for
Yeah.
compared to what they actually did.
At this point, are they just the ship of Thesis?
Yeah,
Or is
like
there
they're
even
fine
an
now that
original
it's just
band?
Yeah.
Andrew. Now that
Yeah.
it's just Andrew Wells doing it and John Mess. Like, yeah, I think we finally have a lineup that like can't fuck itself over. I say that with like
You say
again,
that.
I know they could do it.
Mhm. It just so happens that all their friends they bring on to be in the band happen to be terrible people, I guess,
Yeah.
or make dumb decisions. I don't know what they did.
Damn.
Good lord. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'm looking at that lineup. I didn't even get to hear Alpha played live. Yeah, Andrew Wells is in Idola.
Yeah.
Good band. I only like one Dance Gavin Dance album, and it's fucking Mothership. Also 2016.
Mm.
2016
also,
was the year that every band that I liked put out a terrible album, and then I learned about new bands.
That was
Yeah.
a good time.
Like fucking, what was it? Beartooth's album sucked that year. Crown the Empire's album was like fine that year. Devil Wears Prada. It's Transit Blues. You know.
Cool.
Yeah.
We want to move on to the
yeah,
big
let me,
wheel.
Let
of
me grab
WoW
the
now.
wheel.
Well, also, Paul, I wanted to ask you, because after we do Viagra Boys next month,
That's the name of
Fuck
it.
yeah, dude.
I forgot
Fuck
what the name
yeah.
of the artist was, and I was like,
Viagra
Kyle's gonna
Boys,
say it at
dog.
some point.
yep,
I gotta make my
Hell
playlist now
yeah.
so I can start on Viagra Boys.
you gotta start taking that Viagra, man.
Yeah.
God damn,
That's gonna be the
that's
challenge
great
next
pull.
next episode. If we both have an album in the same place, we gotta take a Viagra.
Yeah,
We will be going to the hospital for erections lasting longer than 4 hours.
Oh man.
All
right.
But what I was gonna say though is after that though, that'll be officially a full year since we did this.
That's true.
So did we want to do like a special episode where like we rank all the bands we did prior?
Ooh.
I think I would like to do
something?
that. Like do a year
And if
roundup.
so, would that replace what we're spinning here, or do you want to do both?
I think
could
that
just,
would
like-
replace what we're spinning here. Or
So
I
do,
guess
like,
we
a
would do
month
that,
break?
and then this would be after that.
Yeah, that would be like October.
Yeah. Okay, so this will be
I mean,
for...
we could probably do
Damn.
both, unless we want to re-listen and stuff. But
So it's what? It's Viagra Boys is August. September was when we did Tyler the
Tyler.
Creator? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so September we can rewind through everything we've done. I'd say let's throw Panic and Gorillas in that too, just because I would like to talk
That's
about the
true.
Gorillas again.
yeah, I would too. Also, I think maybe we should do your artist as well in September if we have the time.
Yeah, we
Just
could do
for the
both.
sake of just for the sake of then we won't get another 12 until the following November. You know what I mean? Then it keeps getting pushed back if like we do it every year. So I think just kind of keep it consistent.
Hold on, my fiance is trying to FaceTime me.
Hi, fiance.
Hello.
I'm just letting her know, like, we're on the podcast still. It will be like 10 more seconds. But yeah, I think we'll try and squeeze 2 in September. I don't think it'll be that hard. I think I'm fairly open in September, other than like there's a wedding I'm going to.
Mm.
Take
Okay.
every number 1 album you've had in the last year and rank them. I would have to remember what all of those were. But that's why we have the VODs.
Yeah, I have the last 6 years. I know are
Yeah, I know
No,
most
man,
of it's in Topsters, but we were using Tier Maker before.
yeah.
Oh, was this my? Oh, this is my album of the year list. Hell
of
yeah!
Last year.
Hell yeah!
Jake, do you know Viagra Boys or do you just like the name?
Oh no, I know him.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I only saw them 2 years ago, I think, but then something came up and I couldn't go. I was pretty
Big
bummed.
shame you didn't record them. Who are you talking about?
Record what?
Yeah, what are you talking about here, Jake? She sent me a video, like a video voicemail. I cannot wait to open that. All right. There was somebody I wanted to add to this wheel, and I can't remember who it was. What a
I
tragedy!
added 2 more to mine.
What a tragedy. We'll just spin this one. All right. So the deal is we spin the wheel twice.
No.
And Kyle gets to pick between the two. I feel like if it lands on the same artist twice, we just got to do that one because, like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
You know? All right. Let's see here. Ooh, Orthodox, baby. We're going to be punching some walls. If you pick them.
Ooh, I've not heard of them.
That's your angry metal, Kyle. That is the most
Okay.
pissed off shit I've ever heard. And then the other one will be...
I think the only one that might beat it is like Magdalena Bay.
No! Okay, these
Ooh,
are like
Every Time
two
I
of the best
Die.
options left on here. Every Time I Die was my favorite heavy band when they were still a band. That will also be another like 9-album slog. I'm gonna warn you.
Mhm.
Orthodox, I think, has 4, maybe 5.
I'm already choosing Orthodox just because I don't think I've ever heard of them before. I've heard this story so far be passed around before.
You mean Every Time I Die?
Every Time I Die. I don't know which one we're talking about already. I already forgot the second option.
Yeah, it was gonna be Story So Far, and it landed on Every Time I Die. It was close. Yeah, Orthodox has
Orthodox is also a new name to me, so I'm gonna check them out.
Door Left
And,
Open, Learning to Dissolve, Let It Take Its Course, Sounds of Loss. Yeah, so it's 4 albums, and
Okay.
I'm here to tell you they're all good. My
Cool.
opinions are kind of set in stone on this one, though.
High standards going in now, man.
You're gonna have me just walking around my house, just fucking like the entire time I'm fucking listening to this shit. It's okay. So we're doing Orthodox. Maybe in
Tomorrow
September.
or next month, you'll see a whole bunch of holes in the wall behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I expect there to be plenty of clips of Paul, you using all of that carpet space to be throwing some crazy kicks and windmills as you're listening.
To give a story that I'm probably going to give again when we actually do the episode, Orthodox is one of the only bands that I've had the wind knocked out of me in the pit for. Somebody kicked me square in the chest during Head on a Spike. And yeah, I got the wind knocked out of me. Kiara saw me like go down and just duck out of the pit, and she's like, he's fucking injured. I'm going to kick his ass.
He's dead.
All right,
Damn.
cool. So Viagra Boys in August. I gotta make my playlist so I don't forget. And then Orthodox in freaking September. That's the month that comes after it.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Then we'll do our ranking of. Oh, also, I wanted to ask, how do you want to do similar to what I was talking about with like August Burns Red and like Periphery? Do you want to rank it based on how much fun you had, or which one do you think is like a better band based on their discography? If that makes sense.
I think you can do both, and I think you'll
Okay.
figure it out. I think how much you like
Okay.
it is entirely up to you. Like, you know, there's some stuff where it's just like, oh, this is really like Frost Children, really, really fun. I don't know if I would entirely have them all that high because there's other things I enjoy more, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Well, that's why I was like curious because like something like Backwash, where like part of the reason why that was so fun is because you saw how quickly she like progressed each album.
Yeah.
Which made it so much more. So like for me, it's like, well, maybe like those 5 albums may not be as good as like 5 albums from like I don't know Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
I might have had more fun listening to Backwash. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's entirely up to you. We obviously will not have Orthodox on that list, I don't think. I think we'll
No, that'll be number
we'll start
13,
over
so
because that'll be
the
number
following
13.
year. Yeah.
Unlucky number 13 for
But we'll get
Orthodox.
Viagra Boys on there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Jake, for hanging out and doing this
Thank
with
you
us.
guys
Thanks for
for
giving
having
us
me
the
on.
periphery
Thanks for coming.
information that I definitely did not have.
Dude, anytime.
Jake, real quick, plug anything that you got for the people.
Tiny Things on all streaming platforms. It's just me. I am more in the Pliny vein. I make instrumental prog. Currently picking away at another EP as well as working on what I'm hoping could be picked up and developed as a metal-based musical. That's going to be fun. I'm getting a pitch ready for that. That's based around the artist Francisco Goya. If you know the painting Saturn Devouring His Son, it's one of the like scrangly guy like in the like holding up the bloody body. It's like meme to hell.
I think
It's that guy.
I might have seen it.
Saturn devouring his son. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's yeah.
So working on something based on his life and the paintings that comes from.
Okay.
But in the more immediate future, just working on more tiny thing stuff.
Cool.
You heard it here first, folks. We got the exclusive
Tiny things.
big things coming soon.
No tiny things coming soon.
Yeah, tiny things
Don't
coming
talk
soon.
to me until I've had my son. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. I'm stealing that.
Oh my god, that's so good. All right.
Also, are you referring when you say mustache? I'm assuming you're referring to Jake, but I also have a mustache, so I feel.
I was going to say I felt like it
Yeah.
was more reference to you.
Was that reference to me?
Ooh, it's a
Jake,
Jake
yeah.
reference.
Yo!
Ooh.
Thank you so much.
Damn, get fucked.
Well,
Kyle.
that's why I thought it was Jake, because I was like, you've never called me mustache before, so I was like,
Kyle, I can't
like,
wait
ooh.
for you. Maybe that's what I'll have to do if. So there's a thing going on, and this is probably more of an off pod thing. If I get the job and bachelor party gets delayed a day, maybe I'll throw the cookout on like the Thursday that we were gonna be going,
ooh.
and maybe then we'll just have like big cookout with a bunch of people to do that. Because then that way
I'm so
Hayden
in.
can be there too and get to meet all the core kids. But
Yeah.
then we're all gonna argue over fucking I don't even know.
Also,
Well,
Paul, do you know how confused I was when you were talking about taking an airplane? And I was like, why do we need an airplane to get there? It's like a 2 to 3 hour drive, isn't it? And then I realized that like you have friends in Florida, and that
Yes,
you meant like
people
to
from Florida
Maryland
are coming up.
And I was staring at that text message like, dude, I just drive 2 to 3 hours. It's not that big a deal.
Hell yeah. All right. Let me see here. Fucking Nick is playing Binding of Isaac, so I'm gonna raid out to him. You want to also do that, Kyle?
I think everyone that's on you is on me, so.
All right.
And also, I don't know how, so. I'm just here for the vibes.
All right, chat. We're raiding out to Mr. Cornholio 34, aka Nick, the rhythm guitarist and backing vocalist of No Business. I guess I'll still call him that. Am I hanging or good nighting? Probably good nighting soon. I might hang for a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna raid over to Jake. Or fuck. I was actually gonna talk about this earlier. I got too many Jakes, too many Nicks, and too many Jessies. Because the vocalist of my current band is also named Jesse. I got Jake in the camera and Jake in the chat. And then I got this Nick, my brother's best friend Nick, and 3 fucking in-laws named Nick. Or will have 3 in-laws once I get married. So, fuck. Anyways, we're raiding out the Nick. Bye. Good night, everybody.
Which Nick?
The Nick.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about which Nick. It'll be one of them. Nick Tunes. Nick at night.
Tunes. That's a good name. He's got to change it.